game time. I'm on one, like it's Kelly and I'm Bay-bound. Treat the greatest competition like the playground. Freestyling J-Spin and make them say wow. Then I beat the brakes off until I'm stay down. Became a king from a common man, and I turned my worst critics to my staunchest fans and worked at it until the world was believing. They gave them no choice but to see it. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with the hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time.
Into the night, city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak of wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light, we're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light, we're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. skin for so long. Oh, I am in your head, so tell me, is it wrong? Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. Oh, you fell under my spell, so well, so well. You fell under my spell, my spell. You fell under my spell, my spell. Into the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on.
Breathing underwater. Can't let you go now. Making it so hard. You got to know now. Ooh, taking it too far. Nothing to hold now. I'm falling apart. Out in the cold now. Breathing underwater. Breathing underwater now. I can't let go.
Yeah. Ah. Okay. It's game time. I'm on one, like it's Kelly and I'm Bay bound. Treat the greatest competition like the playground. Freestyling J spin and make them say wow. Then I beat the brakes off until I'm stay down. Became a king from a common man, and I turned my worst critics to my staunchest fans and worked at it until the world was believing. They gave them no choice but to see it. They said the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with a hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time. They say the greats always aim high and still stay grounded at the same time. And so they see a sky native with a hang time. That's why ain't no one can see us when it's game time.
back to another night of FDL. Starting a little bit late tonight, but and we had a forfeit for game one tonight. We had a I guess some miscommunications coming from the Monkeys. They couldn't get a player coming and they had to forfeit to the Colts. So the Colts taking game one are taking that match for a depth league. But we have expert league today. We have the Colts and the Hornets on the or not on the Hornets, on the Colts, we have Maleficent and Redwater, and we have I'm not really sure who we have for the Hornets. We have Wild P and Mythicality, I believe, playing. They're all three here. We'll see who we get a hold of, but we are going to go ahead and get these teams in here so we can get this game started. I know we're all excited for some gameplay, and hopefully we can get them in here. Hold on 1 second. Come on now. I got this. Hold on. Maybe I don't have this. I cannot seem to get a hold of him. Um, trying my best here. Hold on. Cannot get a hold of the players. Um, with that being said, I'm going to see what I can do. Yeah. We are gonna get them in here sooner or later. A little bit of technical difficulties because I can't afford a PC, so oh, and we have teams leaving. Okay. We're gonna go ahead and send us into a break really quick. We're gonna try to figure out what's happening with lobby, and we'll see you guys in a second.
Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start it.
Maybe feelings change, I could be never. All the reasons why we went separate ways. Feeling all alone and you hibernate. Keeping you captive in many chains.
And here we go into the first game of the nights. We had to reset a little bit here. We had some problems going out for the Hornets. But we have got those fixed, and I'm ready to get these guys in their teams. I know you guys we're already running a little bit late, and let's go now. See if we can't go ahead and get the teams in here. We might have a server reset. Seems like the Hornets are having troubles here. I'm not really sure what's going on with them. We will see. We will see. Yes. Okay. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get server reset, and I'll go ahead and give you guys a little commentary, just because I know you guys miss me. You might not. Who knows? But we're gonna go ahead and go over here to the standings and wait for that lobby to get back up. We have the Colts and let's see here. Colts and Hornets. Colts and Hornets of the Expert League. Right now the Colts are 4-1, and the where are they at? Oh, and the Hornets are 5-0. Oh wow. We have an undefeated team. The top two teams in the stealth conference going up at it tonight. Curious to see how this is gonna go, but definitely I'm not really sure who we have coming out for the Hornets right now because all three of their players have showed up. Um Definitely gonna be a good one tonight, no matter who plays. Oh, yeah, but no matter who plays, we definitely have Maleficent and Redwater coming in for the Colts. Um, we we do not know for the Hornets though. They didn't really specify on that. It's kind of just I guess whoever they feel they need to play, they're gonna play. Um, but on both teams, if I can get back to it. So Maleficent is a 14-5 and Redwater is a 14 or no, Maleficent is a 14-7 and Redwater's a 14-5. And then for the Hornets, we have all three. So we have a 14-9 in Mythicality. We have Wild P is a 13-4, and we have 13.5 for Dusty. Um, Once again, not sure who they're playing, but definitely definitely two of the three. But let's see what we have here. Okay, we have a getting the server back up. We're getting into this. It's a little bit rusty tonight, and we shall see. Um, there we go. Getting a few little kinks out of here because we're struggling tonight, but it'll be okay. We'll get the matchup. We'll we'll get the matchup here sooner or later. Um, right now, just fixing a few minor errors. I promise it's not my fault. I promise. Um, Here we go. Ready? This is this is nice. All right. Try to get a response out of the captains and see what we have going on. I wish I could. It's actually weird. The Colts actually do not have a captain right now, so I can't DM a captain. It's there we go. I can check if I'm the issue. Let me see here. I am indeed not the issue right now. All right. So we seem to have a problem going on with the Colts half of things, not having cross-platform turned on, which is kind of messing us up here, slowing us down a little bit, but trying to get things sorted out as quick as possible. They should be fixing that when they can. We will see. There we go. Whoever had it off turned it back on. Um, and get wrong place. There we go. Holy. We fixed it. We have fixed the issue. Oh my god. Okay. We are good. All right. All right. We're gonna go ahead and get these guys into their teams. Woo! That's been a great start to my day, or a great ending to my day. It's in the afternoon. I think that would go for an ending to the day, but nevertheless, the word has been sent. We're gonna go ahead and get these guys in their respective teams, and not everybody's in here. It's not. What? Holy. Alrighty. Uh, okay. Trying to get stuff sorted out. All right. I believe we have. Okay. I believe we need to spread that information, Ponzi, to the Hornets captain. All right. This has been a great start. Hopefully, after we get this sorted out, we will have no more problems and we can get this show started as quick as possible. Okay. Uh, all right. Now everything's set up. I promise this time. Okay, we have everybody in the lobby. Mm, excuse me. And we are going to get this series underway and get these teams going. Oh, here we go. We have players joining. We have a player that joined. There we go. So for the Hornets, we're gonna have Dusty and Mythicality versus the Colts, which are Mal and Redwater. And here we go. What we've all been waiting for, especially me. Game one, Expert League Colts versus Hornets. The Hornets are gonna win this kickoff as Redwater is gonna take that ball into the Hornets half. As Mythicality is gonna take his time here and go for the low 50, but kind of stilling that out as Dusty gets the ball into the Colts corner. Getting that ball mid, but Mythicality's nowhere to be seen. He's not close enough for that ball as a double commit comes out for the Colts. Mythicality's going to take that ball, one to beat, but he decides to just push that ball into the corner, feeling Maleficent's boost, and he's going to try to get a double touch on that, but Dusty comes in, puts it off the back wall, not really anywhere that he was looking for. Redwater taking his time with this one, dribbling that ball up the field, over one, almost over two, and a big defensive save comes out from Mythicality, and almost a double touch coming from the Colts, and they went off the post. Redwater could not bury that ball in the back of the net, and Mythicality is going to pick up this ball, probably thanking the Rocket League heavens for that one, because holy cow, that could have been bad. Definitely a quick game coming out from both teams. Both teams coming out and trying to strike early and get the upper hand, but not going well for either team so far. The Colts just not being able to put that ball in the back of the net, and then the Hornets. I mean, they're kind of getting stuck in their own half. It seems like the Colts are suffocating them, but I mean, you can't really do much if you're suffocating someone and can't put the ball in the net. So that's what they're looking for right now. And as the Colts missing that ball, but Maleficent's going to take that up the wall. No boost to his name, though, so what can he do? He gets a centered ball, but Mythicality's going to clear that back out straight into Redwater's hands, as he's going to put that ball middle, but straight to Dusty, and he's going to pass it up to Mythicality. Can they get the team play going? No, Mythicality's going to go for the solo play. Definitely not a man of my taste. I would have passed that ball mid and put that into my teammate's hands to get around that defender, but Dusty is going to take that ball and get 50 very early by Redwater, going in the Colts' favor. As Maleficent's going to dribble under one and go for the shot, but he's no boost. He can't control it, but Redwater puts the ball in over the defender, and I'm not going to lie, even I did not see that coming. That's definitely a beautiful pass from Maleficent, even if he didn't mean it. I think he was going to try to go for a corner air dribble into the net, but maybe having no boost was a godsend from him, and that just gave them the free net to shoot on. And that, I mean, that's good for the Colts. They were looking for that the whole time. They couldn't put the ball in the net for so long, and it's almost like the net avoided them. But finally getting that first goal halfway into this game, and we'll see how the Hornets can react. But Redwater demoing Mythicality for his troubles as he gets it over Dusty. He's gonna dribble around. Oh, he tried dribbling around Mythicality, but passes that straight to Maleficent. But he's not going to go for that ball, and Redwater is going to take over for himself. The ball coming straight down in front of the net, but Dusty, I believe, getting the clear out in the midfield. Mythicality putting that ball into the sidewall, trying for the double, but doesn't get it, putting Dusty in a weird spot. But Redwater's just going to pass it to him as Maleficent going up for the air dribble, and I've noticed that a lot. Maleficent's wasting a lot of his boost going up for those balls, and is not really helping his teammate out. Kind of hurting them actually, because they can't get the shots on that they needed, or even the passes that they want. As a nice demo coming out from Maleficent, and a redirect coming out from Mythicality, but that goes off the backboard just a little too high, and that's not what he wanted. As an early 50 coming out from Dusty, Maleficent's going to take that ball up the sidewall, but once again, zero boost. That seems like the story for the Colts, or for at least Maleficent. He always is out of boost and can never get to that ball in time enough. And that's what's killing them now and almost results in a goal. But Redwater there on the back line to save that off of the sidewall. But they can't do anything about it because Dusty puts that ball in the back of the net. And that's just beautiful from the Hornets. Excuse me. For the Colts, I mean, what do? You just don't send Redwater out and you try to get the goal line saved. Or at least the 50 to give you the chance at that. Both teams are playing very solid, and where one team lacks, the other one strives. Definitely the Colts having a volatile offense, but also overcommitting some, and that's what we saw with that goal there. And that's what gave Dusty the free open net and kind of gave him the reins to just do what he wanted with that ball. And he did exactly what he wanted, and he put that in the back of the net. As Dusty again gonna put that ball mid, but Redwater pinching that off the ground, passing that straight to Mythicality. That's not what he wanted. And oh, he gets the save as Mythicality kind of puts off a weak shot. Dusty off the sidewall, putting that straight into Mal's hands, but he gets the low 50. But Redwater, oh no, that's bad for the Hornets. Redwater is always there in defense, and I've noticed that he's kind of picking up Maleficent's slack. He's there where Maleficent isn't. If Maleficent lacks anything or he makes any mistake, then Redwater's always back on the defensive line to stop something from going in. And looky there he is again. Redwater taking that ball off the sidewall, gonna try for the cross map air dribble, but he doesn't get it. He did not have enough boost for that. The gas tank was on 0, and it was not having it for that one, as Mythicality puts that into the Colts back wall. We have 10 seconds left, and we're at a tie game. We might have a game 1 overtime as Redwater trying to put that over the defender. Dusty getting that ball cleared back out, saving the Hornets and taking them maybe into an overtime. But oh my god, that would have been disgusting if they had just a few more seconds on the clock. They would have been able to bury that ball in the back of the net. But here we go into game 1 overtime, and that's it. That's all of it. Game 1 overtime's done for, and holy cow, the Colts getting away with that one easily as Dusty goes for the boost over ball, and Maleficent just putting that ball straight in the back of the net. I mean, I think that's making up for his mistakes that he made throughout the game, and that's just beautiful from him. The fact that he could get all that momentum going up and just bury the ball in the back of the net when he needed to. Beautiful game from both teams, though. I don't think the Hornets need to change much. They just need to pick up the aggressiveness and kind of go after it how they will. But definitely a good showing from them. And the Colts, I mean, what do you do if you're them? You don't really change much. I mean, you won. You just need to pick up the mistakes and bury the goals in that you needed to, because the Colts very well could have been up 4-1 in this series, but just not putting in certain shots that they could have. But on the other hand, they did get the win, and they did what they needed to do to put the Hornets out of this game. So nice game from both teams, but definitely looking forward to seeing a little bit more physicality. I did see a few demos in this game, but if one team can step it up on the physicality, and I think it would give them the ultimate the upper hand per se, definitely to help them bring this game 2 in their hands. And for the Colts, I mean, looking for if they win this game, they're on match point, and the Hornets, if they win this game, they tie it all up and send us to a closer series. So I'm kind of rooting for the Colts here, or for the Hornets here. I'm not gonna lie, because I want this to be a close series. I don't want it to be just a complete sweep like we've seen in past. So hopefully we can get some close games and an even closer series, maybe a game 5, who knows. I'm not really sure what's happening. Maybe some ping issues again. Who knows? No, we're good. Okay. Making sure we were good. Hold on 1 second. And here we go into game 2. Sorry about that. As Dusty's going to beat Maleficent on the kickoff, going for boost, but still catches up to that ball. Not quick enough as Redwater puts that back mid for his teammates. But Maleficent, oh no, he clears that ball away from his teammate and completely negates him of that chance at a shot. But he's going to try to make up for it, passing that middle. Mythicality missing on the first ball, but going to come back for it and get it again. Going up the sidewall as Dusty's going to take that ball, and a demo coming out from Maleficent. That's a free goal, but oh my god, not being able to capitalize on it. Both teammates got stuck in a weird spot, and just giving the Colts a free save. as maybe Mythicality can get something going, but no. It seems like Redwater's always on that defensive stance. He's always there when Maleficent needs him to make a save. And tries passing at the Mal, but doesn't actually get the pass over. It was a little bit too hard for Maleficent's liking. Mythicality past one defender, but you can't get past Redwater as we've seen before. Oh, nice goal line save coming out from, I believe that was Maleficent. It may have been Redwater, I'm not really sure. Excuse me, holy cow, I've been hiccuping all day. As Dusty takes that ball back into the Colts half. Dusty getting a nice pinch in mid, but Redwater always there to clear that ball out away from their net. As he's going to take that ball and go for the solo play, but cannot get the flick, and he passes that straight to the Hornets defense. As a low 50 coming from Maleficent, and a pass coming out from Dusty straight to Mythicality, and a beautiful redirect. And Redwater, you cannot save that one. There's to a point where you cannot save every ball you want. You want to be the team that's known to have a good defense, but you don't want to be known to have you don't want to be the only team known just for a defense, and that's where that comes out. You can't save every ball, and that's a beautiful shot coming off from Mythicality, and an even better pass coming from Dusty. That's just a beautiful play for them, and a good start for them coming into this game, as Redwater is going to boom that up to Maleficent, but that's straight to Mythicality, and that's who you don't want to put the hands in, because he is lights out shooting, and he's going to go for another demo, but runs out of boost and overcommits, and that's just going to be straight in for the Colts. That is not what you wanted. Mythicality getting a little bit out of position, going for that demo, and Dusty just passing the ball straight to Redwater without knowing it. Gives him the free shot, and what else can you do? That's just unfortunate for the Hornets, because, I mean, they had their 1-goal lead. That's what they needed. They needed a little bit more momentum, but that shot coming in from Redwater and that goal coming in from Redwater is not what they needed to keep that momentum. But maybe Mythicality can get something else going. No, Redwater coming out with a save and even 50ing again. It seems like he's definitely carrying this Colts team as of now. Maybe Maleficent can get back into that team kind of team play style, but right now Redwater is an absolute legend for the Colts right now. Maleficent barely missing that ball, putting it off to the side of the open net. He's going to put that off the back wall, but Mythicality 50ing early, getting that ball away from the net and kind of relieving some stress on them. As Redwater going straight under that ball, missing the 50. Mythicality taking that ball up the sidewall, going to get chased, and doesn't really get a good touch, or the one he wanted at least. But a shot coming from Dusty, and Maleficent clearing that into the corner. Going to take that off the sidewall into the Hornets half. A shot on net, but Mythicality is just a brick wall back there, and you cannot get that ball past him that easily. As Redwater almost getting the 50 and the dunk into net, but doesn't get it. I believe it was Dusty on the back line. As the Hornets, they have the ball for free in their half. Mythicality flicking that one over Redwater, but he's going to get demoed for his troubles. Kind of a pass from Dusty straight to Mal that wasn't really the best shot he could have went for. I mean, in this rank, it's nothing but shot placement. If you don't have good shot placement, then what do you have? You can have all the shots you want, and they will all get saved, and that seems like the story in this matchup for the Hornets. They have all the shots they want, but Redwater's just always there to save it, so they need to take higher goal percentage shots if you want to beat this Colts team and bring the series closer. But it just doesn't seem like they've been doing that. It doesn't seem like the Colts have really been giving them much time. It seems like they're kind of suffocating them, even when they're in their own half. There's a shot coming from Dusty, but it's kind of a slow roller and an easy save for Mal. And a fake coming out from Mythicality. The axle is gone on Mal's Finnick there. He doesn't seem to have an axle anymore from that. Dusty coming out with another shot, and if you're Redwater, you just can't save that. I mean, you're going a little bit too slow. You have no momentum there, coming off of a demo, and that's just unfortunate. Dusty getting away with that one, and I'm sure he'll take it with 50 seconds left to go. The Hornets leading by 1 goal. We'll see what the Colts can do. We know they have a volatile offense, and we know Redwater and both Mal can score from almost anywhere on the field, and there it goes. Oh no, barred down, and what can you do? You can come back for that ball and score. As I said it, the Colts are never out of this game, and they score right off of a kickoff. you have to stop Redwater. You have to start demoing him a lot more, because if you don't, he's gonna punish you in situations like that, and that's not what you want. That's a momentum killer right there, because you think you have the game in your hands, but no, you do not. You can never put the Colts out of this, because Redwater can fire from all cylinders from anywhere. A beautiful game too from both teams. Just the Hornets not picking up on the defense where they need to. Mythicality putting that ball into the Colts half, and oh my God, Dusty's gonna put that one in. I'm not really sure what happened to the Colts defense. I honestly could not tell you what happened to their defense. Seemed like Redwater was on a rotation and Mal got hung up somewhere. Somewhere I don't really know. But that's a free goal for the Hornets. They just need to hold off and waste time right now. They can't let happen what just happened 20 seconds ago, 20 or 30 seconds ago. You cannot let the Colts score. You have to play a little bit more passive and take their chances of even getting on your side of the field away. As Dusty's gonna do just that and put that ball into the Colts half. Can Maleficent recover? No, he cannot from that. And it seems like this game's gonna run out as it is. Dusty's gonna go for the double touch, and they don't get the goal, but they get the game too. And we're in a 1-1 series. And wow, the Colts, they kind of let up that series or that game. It seems like the first game they kind of dominated, but the Hornets taking a whole new game style into this one, and wow, Dusty and Mythicality both playing a well-rounded team game. Out of the three of the goals, two of them were assisted. They had 4 saves and 9 shots. And for the Colts, as I said, Redwater kind of carrying the team. He had 2 goals that were not assisted. He had 2 saves, which Maleficent had. He helped on the back line there. He had 4 saves, and then Maleficent had 3 shots, and Redwater had 4. So that's 7 shots to 9, and that's not what you want if you're the Colts. You at least want to outshoot him, but I mean, what can you do except come into game 3 and try to play a little bit harder and focus yourselves on getting that volatile offense back out onto the field, because it seems like they played a little bit more passive in that game and didn't really think as much as to push up and suffocate them a little bit more to how they did in that first game. Because in that first game, I mean, it was lights out for the Colts, and I really didn't see the Hornets coming back in that one. Even though it was a one goal game, but still, beautiful showing from the Hornets this game, and we'll see how they do in game 3 as the teams are ready. They're both in their respected teams, and we will see how this game turns out in game 3. And there we go on the kickoff. Sorry, I had to get something to drink. My mouth is dry as all get out. There we go, as Dusty going off the sidewall, already trying to get a pass to Mythicality, in a beautiful 50 coming out from them in an open net, but can they score? No, Redwater coming with a demo, always on that back line where the Colts need them. And in my opinion, that's how they've been staying in this series, and that's how they've been doing so well, is because Redwater's always in the back line, but no, Redwater's not there that time, and Dusty buries that in the back of the net, and that's just beautiful from him. Unfortunate for the Colts, but that's a weird touch from Dusty, but it works out for him and the Hornets, and they have that momentum going into this game. They have to feel good coming off of that game too, knowing that they can beat this Colts team, and they proved it there. But now they're up 1, and this is how they were last game. But they let it get closer, and they let the Colts back into the game by giving them an open net last game. So we'll see how they face it this game. Mythicality definitely not letting get that momentum back this early. As Redwater puts that off the backboard, but that just gives Dusty free possession. But actually a really nice bump from Redwater, and Mythicality's going to clear that ball into the backboard. And I'm kind of curious as the car choice from Redwater. I've seen a few players in FDL do really well with the Jurassic Park Jeep, but I don't know if I've seen Redwater. He may be the one that I saw, but who knows? But definitely a questionable choice. Oh my God, but it seems to be working out for him and the team. Can they get the save? They will. Oh no. Maleficent cannot put that ball in the back of the net. Holy cow. The Hornets are thanking the Rocket League heavens again. Seems like they've been getting bailed out in Mythicality, getting the ball and just burying it in the back of the net. I'm not really sure where the Colts defense went. Oh no, Redwater missing it there, and Maleficent, I guess he thought Redwater had that ball, maybe a miscommunication. And 2-0 for the Hornets. The Colts, they have to get something started soon if they want to get this momentum back and bring this game back to where they can win it a lot easier. As Maleficent, oh my god. As Maleficent taking that ball into the back wall of the Hornets side, but doesn't get anything going. But Redwater, he almost gets a shot off. Dusty's right there in his face. Is a whip coming out from Maleficent. Gives Dusty the free reins to just take that into the Colts half. Maleficent going off the backboard and even getting a better 50 against, I believe that was Mythicality, in an open net for the Colts, and he gets it. Oh my gosh, Redwater gets there just in time. I did not think he was going to make it for that, and he winds up getting there in the nick of time, and a beautiful shot from them, and that's the momentum that they needed to come back in this game and beat this Hornets team. But they still have one goal to at least tie it up, and two if they even want to think about winning this. But you can never count either team out. There's Redwater going for an air dribble, but getting very quickly 50 by Dusty, and then Mythicality rubs it in and just demos him. Says, what are you going to do about it? But Redwater showing exactly what he was going to try to do. He tried putting that ball in the back of the net, but Mythicality right there saves the ball. 0 boost, though. Doesn't have enough for that, as Maleficent's going to try to go for a double tap of some sort. As Dusty, he's just going to clear that back out into midfield and give him a little bit more time to do what he wants. As Maleficent's going to gather this ball up and see what he can do, and almost a goal coming out from the Colts. But Mythicality easily saving that one. I honestly didn't think he could do it, but maybe that's just because I couldn't do something like that. I don't know. No matter what I cast, I always realize how bad I am at this game. And if you cast, you would know. You always think you're worse, just because you watch higher ranks. But these guys definitely make me feel like a bronze 2 right now. I'm not gonna lie. It's a nice bump coming out from Maleficent, but it ultimately bumps Redwater. He pull shotted the defensive the defense into Redwater, which kind of messed him up there. As Maleficent's gonna put this off the roof. We'll see what he can do. He's half a tank of boost and 2 defenders, but Mythicality's just gonna cut right in front and say, nah, that's not your ball or your goal to go for. Redwater puts that into the back wall a little too hard, and an open net for Dusty. Can he put it in? And Mythicality, what a ball to go for. Dusty puts the ball up to Mythicality. I don't think, maybe he was going for that pass. That was straight to Mythicality, and that wasn't on net. Maybe he was going for that, and maybe that's what he intended. That's a beautiful pass from him, and a beautiful goal from Mythicality, and that puts them up 2 goals. A little bit of insurance there. We'll see what they can do. It's 3-1 right now. 2-goal deficit for the Colts, and they need to get something started. They only have a minute left. If they're not careful, they'll go down 2-1 in this series, and that's not what you want if you're them. Because they're such a dominant team. But what can you do? You can't really sit back and watch it happen. You have to get up there and actually go for it, because if you don't, you're going to wind up throwing the series away, and you cannot do that this early in it. As a nice pass coming out from the Colts, and that's a start. That's a start. That's a beautiful pass from Maleficent, and that's what I said. I'm not even good at English, but that's what I said. Maleficent needed to get into that team play again and figure out where his spot was on this team. And I think if they can get him passing a lot more, then they can take this series with ease. But Maleficent has to get those passes off to Redwater, because he's proven to be the dominant scorer for this Colts team. So we'll see what they can do. We'll see if they can implement that just a little bit more. And holy cow, what is happening on this field right now? Redwater, a beautiful pinch, and there you go. There it is again. Maleficent getting a beautiful pass or pinch off of Dusty into mid, and Redwater somehow pinching that down into the net. And that's just beautiful from him. Definitely what they needed to come back in this game. That's 2 goals in, 30 to 45 seconds, something like that. The Hornets, they need to stop the bleeding now, so they can take this game 2 and swing the momentum in their back pocket. But that's going to be hard to do against Redwater and Maleficent, because Maleficent is starting to get into that passing game, and Redwater is starting to warm up in this Jurassic Jeep. And holy cow, what a beautiful shot and a comeback for the Colts. There's 16 seconds left. This Hornets team has to get something going quick. Ooh. Here we go. 16 seconds left. 1 goal deficit for the Hornets. It's not what I expected in this game. I thought they were going to be able to hold off that last minute with a two-goal lead, but they left the Colts right back in the door, and that door is fully open right now because the Colts have a 1-goal lead as a 50 coming out from the Hornets, and that ball almost going in for Mal. That would have been nice for them to get the momentum a little bit further in their grasp, but the Colts take game 3. It's a 2-1 series right now. The Colts up 1 in the series. We had 12 shots for the Colts and only 4 shots coming from the Hornets, and that's probably where we saw this goal differential. The Hornets just not putting on enough pressure, and it shows. The Hornets had 9 saves and the Colts only had 1. It just shows that the Hornets played way too much defense and they did not play aggressive enough, and that's where the loss came out here. That's where the goal and the shot deficit came out from them. Is just they were playing way too much defense, and just not enough offense. They weren't being aggressive enough as they were in game 2, and that's why they won game 2 is because they played so aggressive. But in this game, if you don't play aggressive, what are you gonna do? I will say, Redwater shot 4 for 7. That's a little bit over 50%, just a little bit over that. That's beautiful from him. He had no assist. He had all the goals and no saves. So he was definitely going all out this game and nothing but offense for him. Maleficent definitely playing that second man very well, passing to Redwater. Sorry, English. I can't think of anything right now. This series is crazy. Um, but definitely Maleficent playing that second man to a perfection, showing that he can pass and use Redwater as that scorer because that's what Redwater has been this series so far. It's just an absolute scorer and a menace to the Hornets defense. As a 50 coming out from him, putting that ball middle as Mythicality's gonna. I guess that was a fake maybe, and it did get the fake off on Maleficent, and he did not go for that ball due to the fake as Redwater is going to take that ball and try to put it mid, but Mythicality getting a 50 early and putting that mid, but getting 50 early by Maleficent. What can you do there? As Maleficent's going to fake one, put that off the wall, and kind of collect the ball and just take his time as he gives that off to Redwater. And Redwater almost scoring, passing that mid, but Maleficent's not there close enough, and Dusty was just too close to that ball for that ball to go in. As Redwater clearing that back out into the Hornet side, but messing up his flip, giving Dusty free possession as he takes that into the Colts happen. Maleficent, not enough boost or enough momentum to save that ball, and Dusty, that's a beautiful shot from them. But the Colts are definitely not out of it. We've seen this Colts team come back from anything. The Hornets had a 2-goal lead last time, and the Colts still came back and just kicked them in the face and said, "This is our game to win." So we'll see if the Hornets can hold off and score a few more times to give them some insurance and hold off the rest of the game. But who knows? Because this Colts team is definitely a crazy one. As Mythicality slamming that ball into the corner, putting that back into the Colts half. This game kind of slows down a little bit as Maleficent takes that ball off the wall, but 50 by Mythicality straight into the middle as Dusty collects this ball, tries putting it over Redwater to get that second goal, but he cannot get it as Redwater 50s him early. Maleficent putting that ball into the back wall, getting the demo on Dusty, but a beautiful touch from Mythicality, getting that ball straight back out into midfield and relieving some pressure. But Redwater saying no to that. He wants all of the pressure and all of the smoke as he takes that ball off the back wall, passing that middle. But that was Maleficent. Sorry, I think I said Redwater. That was Maleficent doing the dirty work over there. As Redwater puts that over to Maleficent, but getting a weird touch. I don't think he was ready for that ball to go that way. As Redwater 50s. Who was that? I'm trying to think. Mythicality. Sorry about that. I'm struggling here as Redwater clears that ball into the Hornet tap, putting that ball middle and getting the ball over the defender. Oh my God, what a beautiful shot from Redwater. And he put that ball in such an awkward spot where Mythicality just did not expect it. Maybe he expected it, but you can't react to that. That's such a weird touch. And when you get something like that, you just don't expect it, and that's a beautiful shot from him. 1-1, 2 minutes and 50 seconds left to go. That kickoff goes in the favor of the Hornets. passing that straight to Redwater, but Dusty getting a beautiful 50, passing that ball perfectly to Mythicality, and a beautiful goal for Mythicality to give them the lead again. I honestly thought Dusty was gonna put that ball over him, but he fakes another touch, and Mythicality puts that ball straight over the defender. And what can you do? Seems like Redwater's playing a little bit too aggressive this game, and he's not really on that back line anymore. He's normally going for boost, or he's just going for a shot. So would definitely be nice to see him play a little bit more defense. But never mind. He shuts me up very quickly, as this is going to be a high scoring game. It's 2-2, and we're only halfway through this game. Redwater, I mean, that's just beautiful from him. He was up and ready for that ball. He read that Dusty was going to miss that, and then he just buried that in the back of the net. 2-2 with 2.5 minutes left to go. Mythicality and Maleficent on the kickoff as Mythicality puts that into the Colts half. Redwater clearing that back out in the mid, but that's straight to Dusty, who goes for a shot and puts that straight into Mythicality, actually, as that goes back into the Colts half. But a demo coming out from Redwater onto Dusty. He's gonna go for that ball again, but just did not read that correctly and messed up his flip. It's Mythicality getting a little bit of vengeance for his teammate, and oh my god. Holy cow, what did we just witness? Seemed like a pre-jump from Dusty going for he was actually off the ceiling, and Mythicality putting that in the perfect spot for Dusty. And oh my god, that is not what you want if you're the Colts, but if you're the Hornets, you are riding a high right now. It's 3-2 with 2 minutes and 4 seconds left. What the heck? I don't know what I'm casting right now or what I'm even witnessing, but that's a beautiful shot and a beautiful pass. Uh, what do you do if you're the Colts? I don't know, but you sure as heck don't let that ball go in. And oh my gosh, I thought that was in for a second, as Dusty's going to collect himself here, but get 50 very early by Maleficent, giving the possession to Redwater, but Dusty 50ing him and putting that ball to Mythicality, but Mythicality misses. Can they put the ball in? Dusty going for a demo rather than the ball, but still recovers, as Maleficent's going to try to put that ball mid, but Dusty eating that ball. Mythicality taking this ball off the wall, but doesn't have any boost at all. No boost to his name, so he doesn't get back to that ball, as Maleficent trying to get in on that solo play. Believe believe who am I thinking of? Southpaw would have called that some hot girl stuff. I heard that on stream yesterday, and I thought that was pretty funny. Some hot girl stuff. I've definitely heard Southpaw say that a few times. But definitely good to see for Mal getting a little bit more aggressive in this game with a minute left. They have to be aggressive. They need to score a goal to at least send us to overtime, and 2 to win this game and take this series by storm, as Maleficent taking that ball off the sidewalk, gonna try to pass it middle to Redwater, and he does, but an early 50 coming from the Hornets, and that's straight into Dusty's hand. And what can you do if you're the Colts? You had to go for something quick. Maybe not that quick. They had some time on the clock. They shouldn't have just went all out for that one. It was a beautiful pass middle, but you can't do anything on the defenders right there, and gets the 50. Puts that right back in your face and over your head. Definitely unfortunate for the Colts, but they've done crazier. They can still come back in this game, as Dusty giving them a chance, passing that straight the middle for him, but Mythicality is going to put that ball into the ground. Going for the second touch, but once again out of boost. Goes for the shot, but Redwater, he rotates into that and cuts that ball back off. A nice touch coming out from the Colts, but what can you do? I mean, that's just a weird touch, and they went right over the ball. Maybe they can get something done quick here. Maybe a miscommunication. Redwater leaving that for Mal, but kind of slow to get back to that ball. And that's game there. They're just gonna let that ball die and give it to the Hornets. That's a beautiful game for Mythicality and Dusty, coming out in this game and showing who's boss, and they can still compete. 7 shots coming from the Colts and 8 coming from the Hornets. If that shows you how close this game was. The Hornets, they just had better goal percentage. I mean, they just scored more for the amount of shots they had. They went 50%, but the the Colts just did not do as well. Didn't get as lucky, or just didn't play up to par, or what they can play up to. So definitely a bummer for the Colts, but we all know that they have a volatile team, and they played a beautiful game here. They just let the Hornets take it away when they shouldn't have, and it gave the Hornets what they wanted, which was a free win. Um, but definitely looking to see some more physicality in this game. We didn't really see it much this game. We saw a few demos come out, but not really anybody who seemed like they had a plan to demo. It seemed like it was just when they could. Maybe if we can get a little bit of backline demos, and that would free up some time or free up some space for some easy shots. But who will know? We will see in this game, game five. Holy cow! Game one of the night. Well, technically game two, but the first one that we've streamed tonight. It's going to be a game five. We'll see how this goes as we get kickoff. And here we go. Dusty and who else? Dusty and Maleficent on the kickoff, and that kickoff is going to go into the Colts' favor. Sorry about forgot their team name. And a beautiful shot coming out from Dusty. Oh my God, the Hornets taking that momentum from last game and starting off early. Mythicality and Dusty both beautiful chemistry, and that's just a beautiful passing play. Seems like they've got the passing play going, and the Colts don't know how to stop it. It might be the fact that the Hornets have a little bit better chemistry. I'm not really sure, but it seems like they're able to go for the easy passing plays sooner, and Redwater kind of whiffing on that ball. I think we have another car change from him, but Maleficent, oh my God. Sorry, burp there. Holy cow. That's a beautiful shot from Maleficent going off the post, unfortunately, but fortunately for him, Redwater was right there and ready for that shot. Definitely going to be an aggressive game. We're 18 seconds into this game, and there's already been 2 goals scored, 1 for each team, so we'll see how much closer this game can get, as Mythicality missing that shot, kind of rushed himself there because Mal was sitting there ready to push that ball off to the side. As Dusty puts that ball right away from Mythicality, I believe, as Redwater is going to take that ball, put it off the sidewall, but that's a pass straight to Mythicality and into the middle, but oh no! The Hornets cannot finish it. Dusty put that ball wide, and that's got to hurt for them. They're going to be licking their wounds a little bit for that one. That's unfortunate because they had the free open net that they could have just put the ball in and gave them more momentum, but they gave the Colts a chance, and it's still 1-1 with 4 minutes to go. That's unfortunate for them, but they just have to get their minds off of it and recover and just come at the Colts team 10 times harder, because they've proven that they can get the Colts team out of rotation and into weird spots to where they can score, but they have to prove it. And oh my gosh, what a demo coming out from the Colts, but can they finish it? No, they cannot. It seems like both teams are not taking their shots when they can, and a beautiful demo coming out from Mythicality, giving Dusty the time he needed to get to that ball and get that over Redwater, as it's a one-on-one in the corner, but Maleficent's going to play that beautifully into the corner and give Redwater enough time to gather some boost and recover. It's a beautiful challenge from Dusty, baiting Redwater in. Maleficent getting the clear onto the backboard, but oh no. Oh no! The Hornets, they cannot put the ball on net. That's going to be a problem for them if they keep doing it. You fool me once, it's my fault. But if you fool me twice, holy cow. That's just not good for them. That's the second open miss that they've missed. That's the second open net that they've missed, not the second open miss. Leave me alone. Oh my God, English is hard. Oh my God, this is just a crazy game, and it's what we expect for Game 5s, but I figured maybe that this game would be a little bit further away from each other, but no. Both teams going at each other's throat and not letting up, as Mythicality making a little bit of a mistake on the back line, but recovering from it and making up for it as he clears that and puts that into the back wall, passing that mid right to himself, but cannot get the goal, and an overcommit from the Hornets, but the Colts just are not ready for it, and Mythicality clears that into the corner. He's on full boost, but cannot get to that ball as Redwater puts that ball off the backboard, and not the touch Dusty wanted, puts that into the middle for the Colts. Can Mythicality recover? He doesn't go for it, and Dusty making an angel save off the backboard, and holy cow, this game is crazy. We have 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go, and this game could go either way. Both teams playing insane right now, better than they have in the past series. And can the Hornets finally put it in? No, they can't. The Hornets cannot seem to get anything going right now, and neither can the Colts as Maleficent takes that ball downfield, gets the pass off the backboard, and goes for the bump, but doesn't get it. As Redwater's going to put that beautifully into the corner to give him time to recover into that ball. As Dusty misses the shot again. Maleficent going for the solo play, but cannot get it. Maybe not enough boost. No, he had boost. He just could not get back to that ball. As Dusty clears that into the midfield, giving that straight to Redwater. Redwater putting that middle, and oh my god, what a save from Dusty. That's beautiful defensive work from him, and holy cow, this game is going to give me a heart attack. This is crazy. The Hornets shooting like crazy right now, but cannot get the ball to go in. And the Colts getting so many opportunities that they should be able to put in, but the Hornets are just playing incredible defense and even better offense. Mythicality finally getting the goal he needed, and they might be able to take this game 5 if they can keep this up. But 43 seconds left to go. The Colts, they're never out of this game, so we'll see what they can do in the last 43 seconds. Can they pull it back? Can they take this game by storm? Who knows? As a beautiful 50 coming out from Mao. Can he get the ball centered quick to put the Hornets in a bad spot? He can. He gets that ball centered for Redwater, but he clears that out. He was not rushed at all, but I guess he felt a little rushed and couldn't see the defense. That does not go good for the Colts. 25 seconds, and Dusty has possession as he gives that away to Redwater. Redwater putting that back into the Hornets half, putting that straight over Mao's head, and they need to get this going quick. If not, they're not going to be able to come back. Maleficent taking his time, putting it around one defender, in a 50 coming out for Mythicality. That's beautiful from him to kind of stall time and waste it pretty much. As Redwater going to have time for one more play, but no, he isn't. Mythicality is going to kill that ball into the ground, and game 5 goes to the Hornets. A beautiful series from them, and just great series from both teams, but it just came out for the Hornets this game, and that's great for them. Unfortunate for the Colts, but what can you do except come back at it next week? That leaves the Hornets undefeated 6-0, and the Colts are now 5-2. Beautiful matchup from both of them. But just so we can take a quick break before next series. Next series, we have the Vipers versus... Hold on. We have the Vipers versus Coyotes in the Star League at 9 p.m. So stay tuned. In just a couple of minutes, we'll be back again for that game. So I'll see you guys then.
Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Solar eclipses. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we get started again. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Tomorrow we build. Depends on the future we want, we can make it as real. Maybe we will go, give up the ego. Making it feel good. Too scared to just let it go. Too scared to just let it go. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. Caught up in your gravity, always end up lost in your wake. Intoxicated, maybe we can start again. We can start again. We can start it.
to another match in FDL. For this match or for the series, we have the Star League Vipers versus the Star League Coyotes. This should be a great match, and we're already running a little bit late, so we are going to go ahead and get these guys into their respected teams as quick as possible so we can get this game underway. We will see what we can do. This guy should be joining. Let's hope we don't have a recap of what just happened. That would not be fun because that was stressful. Here we go. Question marks. There we go. We're getting people in here. Here we go. Into game one on the kickoff. We have Flushy and Sniz RL. A 50-out kickoff. Staying in the middle is who is that? Billy Bob Joe is gonna go for that ball. I'm gonna call him Billy because that's way too long of a name. Is Sniz getting the 50, but staying kind of stationary. The 50's speaking a little bit weird today. Staying right where they left off as Flushy's going to take that ball, try to put that over Gare Bear, but he gets a weird touch and a beautiful shot coming out from Flushy, but Sniz gets the save as Joe's going to take that ball and put that right back middle, but a little bit too far and a little bit too hard of a 50. It's a backflip there, though, and gets that back over Gare Bear as Joe's going off right now as spinner comes out from him, but Sniz is going to get that ball and clear that to the side. A nice demo coming out from Flushy, going to give them possession. Joe beating the defender and beating the second one and getting a beautiful shot. That's just an overcommit coming from the first defender, not knowing that he was going to get beat, and Sniz just could not recover from his teammate's mistake. And that's a beautiful shot from Joe and a beautiful goal. And it's 1-0 with 4 minutes and 11 left to go. That's a pretty quick goal coming out from the Coyotes. Sorry. Gotta get used to the teams now, but it doesn't matter because Gare Bear is gonna put that ball in the net while I'm talking. Holy cow, this game's gonna be crazy. 2 goals scored, 1 for each team in the first minute, and that's just a beautiful bump coming from the back line. And what can you do if you're the Coyotes? You can't do anything because Gare Bear's already put the ball in the back of the net. 4 minutes and 3 seconds left to go as Sniz is gonna get the free kickoff. I think that was a fake kickoff coming from Flushy. Maybe that's a strategy now in Star League. Who will ever know? Not me, because I can't even get into Expert League. It's a beautiful shot coming out from Joe, but Sniz, even better 50 and a block from him as Gare Bear is going to dribble that ball, flick it over one. Joe's the last man, but he misses. Sniz, free shot, but Joe getting back to that ball and saving it away from the net as a nice 50 coming out from the Coyotes. Joe's going to try to get that ball, but a demo coming out from Gare Bear. He's going to try to put that ball mid, but taking his time as he gets 50'd early by Flushy, and Flushy cannot get back to that ball after the first touch. Joe's going to pass that over, and Sniz is going to intercept that very quickly. Can Joe get the save? Yes, he will. Puts that right back over Gare Bear, and he's kind of in a weird spot, doesn't know what to do, but gets that right back over Joe, and a 50 coming out from Flushy. Straight into Sniz's hands, though, so we'll see what he can do with this ball. Stealing shot, but not good enough, putting that straight down to the defender and giving them the free save as Flushy's going to try to take that off the wall, but intercepted quickly by Gare Bear, and Joe's gonna go just as quick to that ball as Flushy's going to have free reigns to this ball. Trying to get that over Gare Bear, but Gare Bear is kind of in a weird spot, but Flushy's going to put that straight back into his hands, and now Joe has it, getting that over one defender, but Sniz is going to intercept that ball and put that mid, but that's a little bit too hard. I don't think he was trying to get that that much power on the ball, and this game's kind of even right now. It seems like both teams are kind of rushing themselves. Definitely a few players trying to take their time, but not really getting the time that they need, being suffocated, so we'll see how this game turns out, but both teams just not giving each other time, and teams are just rushing themselves right now. So we'll see how they change that to bring this game back into their hands, or into their reins, if you will. As Gare Bear is going to take that ball very early from them, going for another ceiling shot. That's a third one attempted this match. Both teams coming out with some flashy mechanics, but not getting them to go in the back to the net. It doesn't matter what you can do unless you can put them in the back of the net. And a mistake coming out from Flushi, but the Vipers do not punish him at all for that one, and he's not going to make that mistake again as he puts that back out into midfield. But passing that straight to Gare Bear, Joe's there on the back line to defend that, but he gets it past one actually, and Gare Bear is going to demo him for his troubles. Gare Bear is going to take that off the back wall over one, but cannot get that over Joe. His Sniz is going to whiff on that ball and give the Coyotes a free goal. Oh my gosh, I thought he was going to get back up for the save, but Joe just putting that ball right over his head. And what can you do if you're the Coyotes, or if you're the Vipers? Sorry about that. You can't really do much. That's hard to react to. I've been in that situation plenty of times, and you can't really do anything if you're the Vipers in that situation. 2 goals for the Coyotes, 1 for the Vipers. As holy cow, Joe already trying to get another goal for some insurance there, but they got a minute left right now, and the Vipers have to do something here. And nice clear from Gare Bear. I mean, if they can keep the ball away from their net, they should be okay to go down the field and score another goal. But nice pass coming mid, but a little bit too hard and straight into the defender. As Joe's gonna put that into the corner and try to waste a little bit of time here, taking his time as Sniz is going to pick that ball up off the sidewall, but Belushi is going to go very early for that one, and it's going to work out for him. But Gare Bear going off for that ball, trying to put that back mid and get a little bit of momentum going down the other way, but cannot get it. As Sniz is going to go for a solo play and goes for a nice backflip into the ball. Might have been a 180 flick, but I didn't quite see it fully. Belushi's gonna flip over one and a bump coming out from Joe on the defensive line, but does not get that ball on target. As the Vipers are gonna clear that one away from the net, but Joe challenges early, passing that straight to Flushi. And right now the Cats are just wasting time, but can Gare Bear get anything going? Joe's in a weird spot, and yes, Gare Bear gets that ball with 3 seconds left to go in the back of the net. Joe got stuck in a weird spot, missed the boost, and just started backing up and did not know what to do, and just gave Gare Bear the free shot on net. That's beautiful from the Vipers, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't think they were going to get that because the Coyotes were kind of suffocating them in their side, but definitely good to see. We might see a game one overtime if the Vipers do not let that ball go in and it hits the ground. We have game one overtime. Because we have Belushi and Sniz on the kickoff. Fake kickoff coming out from the Coyotes. It's the second time they've done that. That's definitely not by chance. That is a plan there. As Sniz is going to gather that ball and take his time, but the Coyotes rushing them and suffocating them. Once again, as Belushi's going to go for a solo play, goes for the low 50, but cannot get that past the defender. Joe putting that center to Belushi. What Belushi is not focused on that ball. A bit like me, he goes for boost over the ball, so I respect him for that as a center coming out from Sniz, but not good enough to get that to Gare Bear, but Gare Bear is going to end up with the ball somehow anyways. As Belushi's going to pass that to Sniz. Sniz is going to put that mid, but a clear coming out from Joe all the way into the Vipers half, killing all the momentum they had for that goal. As Gare Bear is going to get it over one, but 50ing Belushi and not working out for him. As Sniz is going to take his time here. He's going to wait a little bit, but you cannot wait against this Coyotes team. And oh my god, Gare Bear saving this Vipers team for game one. As he's going to get a 50 out into the midfield. Belushi once again going for that boost over ball, but it's going to work out for the Coyotes, and that's going to be game one. Belushi buries that ball in the back of the net, and that's just a beautifully timed 50. You know, just proving that boost over ball is just what you need to do. I mean, if you're going for the ball over boost, what are you doing? I mean, if you have zero boost, okay, you go for the full boost and you do what Flushi did because he won his team that game, and that's a beautiful game from the Coyotes. 9 shots for both teams here, so a pretty equal game, but the Coyotes just getting that one more goal that they needed that to beat this Vipers team. So I mean, the Vipers, they played a beautiful game here, and this is definitely close. I'm gonna check the standings between games here just really quick to see how close they are because these teams seem very evenly matched right now in the Stealth Conference. The Coyotes are 3-2, and the Vipers are 3-1. So I assume the Vipers may have had a bye week and the Coyotes didn't, or something weird happened there. But both have 3 wins. So this is to decide who goes into that number one seed spot or contest for the number one spot against the Hornets, who are also 3-2. This Star League Stealth Conference is very close. And so is the Courage Conference as well. But right now we're looking at the Coyotes and the Vipers. They're both evenly matched right now, which would make sense on why this game is so close and why the series has been so close so far. So we'll see what they do in game two. Teams are ready. They're getting into their games quick and or into their teams quick, and they are ready for this game too. We'll see if the Vipers can get a little bit more aggressive and go for those shots, but they're actually smartening up. They knew that fake kickoff was going to come. Seems like that's all the Coyotes are going for is the fake kickoffs, and I'm not sure why. You can't be too predictable. Yes, you go for it once or twice and get it to work, but the moment you use it a little bit too much, the other team's going to catch on. They're going to punish you for it. But Joe, he's gonna prove me wrong, and oh my god, I did not think that ball was gonna go in there. I thought it was gonna stay on goal line, but what a shot by Joe. Just proving that I'm wrong, okay? Listen, don't listen to me, okay? You just shouldn't listen to me, okay? Go get coaching from Billy Bob Joe. This is just a beautiful air dribble, and unfortunate for the Vipers that they got stuck in that spot. Splushy's gonna go for boost over ball again. It worked last game. Why won't it work this game? Is because Sniz is right there and he gets the 50 in the net. That's just unfortunate for the Coyotes because I know one of their defenders, I believe that was Joe, came back in front of that ball, yeah, and buried that in the back of the net. So that's just unfortunate for the Coyotes and not what you want. Definitely kicking himself in the shins for that one because you just don't want to give that away. But I mean, you don't really have anything to be disappointed about when Flushy just comes off of a kickoff and buries that in the back of the net. What do you do if you're the Vipers? You do not miss that again because you're giving the Coyotes the momentum they need to come back and win this game too. I mean, we've only had what 32 seconds left, or 32 seconds gone in this game. So we'll see what they can do to bring this game back into their favor. They're only down one, so it should not be hard for them, but they have to stop Joe in the air, and they have to stop Flushy from getting them 50s and those flicks over them, as Gerber is going to take this ball back downfield. Joe's going to clear this to the other side into safety, but maybe not. That's straight into Sniz, but he gets that under him. What a pinch from him. Does not get the pass he wanted, a bit too far back, and that's going to give Gerber the 50 out, as Sniz getting a demo on the defensive man, and oh my gosh, Niz tying this game right back up to where it needed to be for the Vipers. And wow, beautiful demo coming out from Sniz, and an even better shot in the 50ing Billy Bob Joe, and just tying the game up with 3 minutes and 55 seconds left to go. Just showing how evenly matched this team is, and Joe showing that his kickoffs are just better. No matter what you do, him and the Octane is just too overpowered, and getting that free shot, that's just unfortunate. And I think that's planned as well, because normally left always goes, especially in NAE. But it seemed like Billy Bob Joe was on the right side and he went for that. Maybe they're planning that. I don't know. It seems like they're very smart off of the kickoff aspect of things, and that may be what's winning them all these games, is them being smart off the kickoff. Doing fake kickoffs, and even the right person going for it to put that in a better spot. And that seems like that's why that ball went in so easily, is because he got the perfect kickoff that he needed. So maybe that's something they practice, but who will ever know, as Gerber gets a really bad 50 there. He was not on the right side of that, as Joe gets a flip reset, and oh my god, what a pinch from Gerber out into the midfield, and Sniz is gonna be there to finish that off. What is happening in game two? Both teams not giving up. Beautiful save from Gerber. Has a beautiful pass. We'll give him credit for that. That is a beautiful pass out in the midfield for Sniz. And that's just unfortunate for the Coyotes, because you almost had a goal go in, and boom, the Vipers turned the field and put one in on you. So that's definitely not what they were looking for there, as this game's tied right back up, and Gerber is going to try to go for the leading shot, as he does not get it. The defense has always been there for the Coyotes, except for when they get crazy stuff going. No boost for Sniz there, so he cannot put that ball in the back of the net, as he's just going to give that to Joe. I don't think Gerber wanted to commit to that. I don't think he was ready for Sniz to be out of boost and not have that ball, as he gets a rather unlucky 50 there, but it puts it straight back into Sniz, so he will take that Sniz flicks it over Joe, but can he get it over the second defender? Not over him, but he 50s him for it. He's going to try to get that ball middle to his teammate because he's out of boost, but that passes it straight to Joe. Joe getting the shot off on that, but Gare Bear is always back. And what can you do? You have to start getting a little bit more physical. You have to start demoing that back man because it seems like the thing here, they go for 1v1 plays, but that second man always far enough back to where they can 50 when they need to. And in Star League, you don't see many people whipping on 50s or getting faked out. So they need to definitely get that physicality more involved in this game and see what they can do to bring this game back in their favor. But right now, it's a 3-3 game with 2 minutes left to go, so this game could go anywhere. Who knows? The Coyotes playing an insane game right now, and so are the Vipers. The Vipers are playing that counter-attack type offense where they're gonna wait until you mess up, and then they're gonna go for it themselves. And that seems like the general rule of thumb that comes in twos is either you're gonna have somebody be over-aggressive people who know they have that insane offense that can score on all cylinders, or you have that team who says, no, you cannot do that, and you're going to make a mistake eventually. So we'll see how both teams fight out this game as, holy cow, the Vipers are hanging on by a thread right now. They're getting them very close goal line saves that, honestly, I would not be comfortable in making, but it's working out for them so far as they're not down in this match. They're actually tied with a minute left to go. So definitely we'll see how they do this or how it works out, but not going to help them bumping each other as Joe's going to try to put that back mid, but Sniz cuts it off early and gives that straight back to Flushy, actually. I didn't even see him there as he gets the... Oh my god! What just happened? I thought that ball... I didn't even see Flushy there. I thought that ball was going off the back wall, but he just does not touch it hard enough and puts it right between the defenders, and that's just unfortunate for the Vipers. But the Coyotes showing how dominant that they are in here. I mean, that's just the Coyotes being the Coyotes in this conference. They're such a dominant team when it comes to putting the ball in the back of the net, and Joe proving to be a very good player and a very good offensive player. But Flushy, the same way. This team has so much offense, and I think the only thing messing them up right now is their defense is not as good as their offense. It's still solid, but not as good as their offense has been. So they're definitely looking to have a better defense, but also keep that offense going. And I didn't notice that Joe went for that musty flick. Didn't work out. Flushy trying to 50 early, but doesn't actually go for it, and putting that straight into the middle for Joe, but he doesn't get it. Sniz is there for the save. Maybe a double tap coming from Flushy. No. Joe's playing this one smart, though. He's playing a little bit further back so he can run the timeout. They're up 1. They don't have to score. They just need to let this ball drop, and Joe's going to kill it. The Coyotes up 2-0 in this series, and that's golden for them. They're on match point, but the Vipers, their only hope right now is a reverse sweep, and that's not looking too prominent against this Coyotes team. Ooh, 8 shots for the Coyotes, only 3 for the Vipers. Definitely not what they wanted in here, but Sniz showing off. Sniz had 3 goals in this game, and Gerber had 2 assists to that, but they could not outpace and outbeat or outplay. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. They could not outplay this Coyotes team. The Coyotes had 8 shots, 2 goals each. So definitely playing a solos game for both of them. Neither one of them had assists. So it seems like the Coyotes are kind of going for the hot girl stuff, going for the solo plays, as Southpaw would say, the hot girl stuff. But kind of playing their own game, it seems like, and that's working out for them. They don't need the team play as of right now because the Vipers aren't forcing them to have that team play. So we'll see how the Vipers come into this. They have nothing to lose at this point, and that's generally the rule of thumb when it comes to game 3. When you're down 2, you don't have anything to lose, so you might as well just go for it. What can you do other than just throw yourself at the ball and hope to hit it? I mean, that's to the point where they're at. They're down 2 in this series, and they have to switch something up quick, and we'll see how they do after this kickoff. Excuse me, as a kickoff almost goes in. Holy cow, that would have been beautiful for the Vipers to get one early already, but Joe is going to put that into the corner, but getting demoed for his troubles. Flushy does not care. He's just going to back past that, but straight into Gare Bear rotating. And oh my god, that ball would have went in if the defender was not there, as they clear it out and give Gare Bear a little bit of his own room, going for the solo play. Flip reset, and he gets it! Oh my god! Only if I could clip that right now. Oh my god. Gare Bear getting the flip reset over Flushy, and Joe cannot save that ball. Puts that into the top of the net. Oh my god, that's beautiful from the Vipers, and they needed that. We see a little bit of Mach-E action. I agree with this. Is the Mach-E best car in the game, in my opinion, although I have went away from it for a little bit, but still definitely good to see that car because it is insane. But Joe proving me wrong. It doesn't matter what you're using, the Octane, the Stocktane is always going to be better. How would you word that? It's always going to prosper. There we go. That's the word I'm looking for. But yeah, it's a beautiful equalizer from them, and we'll see what the Vipers can do, because it seems like every goal that they get, it immediately gets answered from the Coyotes, and then the Coyotes go on a little bit of a run. So we'll see if the Vipers can stop that momentum and stop that script. You know, go off of the script and kind of mess this Coyotes team up, because it seems like every time the Coyotes get a little bit of momentum, every time the Vipers give them an inch, they take a mile. So we'll see how the Vipers take care of this, and maybe play a little bit more passive and don't give the Coyotes that momentum. Maybe if they shut them up quick and get the second goal here, that gives them a little bit more momentum, and that's what we will see. As holy cow, Stiz getting a beautiful pass from Gare Bear and puts that right around the defender right before Flusha could get there, and holy cow. It's a beautiful shot and beautiful placement from Sniz, and that gives them the lead. Excuse me. We will see how the Coyotes answer to this. We have 3 minutes and 30 seconds left to go. The Coyotes need one to tie it up. They have plenty of time, and we've seen how quick they can score, so it's definitely not a time issue for them at all. They still have more than half of this game to go, but the Vipers, they have to hold on for that long, and maybe they don't need to hold on. Maybe they just score. No, Diz misses the thing, but oh my god, this Vipers team is looking completely different, and I think it is that aspect of what do we have to lose? We're just going to go for it, and this is the attitude they should have had from game one. A beautiful air dribble pass from Sniz, and it just gives it straight to Gare Bear for the open net. Holy cow, that's beautiful from them. But can they keep it up? No, they cannot. Joe answering back just as quick as they scored the first time. And as I said, they are going to run with this if the Vipers do not say anything about it. Yes, the Vipers are up 1 goal, but the Coyotes, they do not care. They can score 3 within a minute. Who knows? The Vipers, they just have to hold them off and keep scoring, and if they don't, they could very easily throw this game away and even the series. But there you go, Sniz answering back just as quick as Joe scored off the kickoff, and just buries that in the back of the net. Very bad bounce for the Coyotes, and Flushy in a bad spot. That is a beautiful goal from the Vipers, and that's a good start to bringing this series back into their grasp. But we'll see how they keep away from this Coyotes team and keep away from their offense being so volatile. That's not what you want to start off. That's not how you want to start off the second half of this game. That's a beautiful shot from Flushy, just challenging early, and Gare Bear is just not ready for that ball. He couldn't recover from the mistake that Sniz had, and we have 3 minutes left to go. It's 3-4. The Vipers leading by 1, but the Coyotes are never out of it. It wouldn't matter if they were down 8 goals right now. They could still get out of that hole, but right now they're only down 1. And a demo coming out from the Coyotes, trying to get a little bit of that physicality in here, but Gare Bear makes it back in time enough for that save and the clear, as Flushy's going to put that into that corner. Flushy getting that over Sniz. Can he get it over the second defender? No. Gare Bear's there, and oh my god, I can't even think of the word. A redirect coming from Sniz, putting that over the second defender, and it is 3-5. Seems like every time that the Coyotes score, the Vipers score right back and put themselves up 1, giving themselves the insurance goal. They need to shut them down, and the Vipers need to score here so they can put the Coyotes out of this game and demoralize them, so they don't have as much of a chance. Because this Coyotes, oh my god! And as I say it, holy cow, Sniz buries one in the back of the net. A missed touch coming out from Flushy. A centered ball coming from Gare Bear. And Sniz is just too quick for Billy Bob Joe to recover. and that's a 3-goal lead for the Vipers. Honestly, if I were them, I keep the pedal to the metal. I mean, you keep going for it until they give up. And right now, the Coyotes are not going to give up. They still have 2 minutes and 2.5 minutes left to go in this game. They can come back from this quite easily. But the Vipers, they have to say something about it and just keep getting goals in, keep getting those insurance goals. But right now, the Coyotes, they have to get their bearings. Maybe go for team play. Oh my God! And maybe put in the open nets that Sniz is about to put in. Maybe he's not. Okay, there we go. He recovered it as Sniz puts in. That's not the nail in the coffin, I would not say, because they still have 2 minutes left to go. But the Coyotes, they have to stop the bleeding now if they want to even have a chance to come back in this game and take this series on match point. But for the Vipers right now, this is a high scoring affair for them. There's already been 10 goals in this game, and we're not. I mean, we still have 2 minutes left to go, so there's no telling what happens in the last 2 minutes. But the Coyotes, they have to start something quick. That's a beautiful pass coming from Joe, and Sniz actually whipping on that ball, but both Coyotes out of position, not ready for that to go in, or ready for that ball to get past both defenders from the Vipers. As Flushy is going to pass that ball off to Billy Bob Joe, going straight for Boost. Boost starving Gare Bear, but what he doesn't know is he's on a full tank. Nice 50 coming out from Gare Bear, and even a redirect, and that's just in. Um, the Vipers, I don't know what happened in between games, but they went after this, and that's beautiful from them. They're up by 5 goals. And maybe I jinxed the Coyotes a little bit by saying they can probably get out of an 8-goal deficit. Um, Hopefully they don't go down 8 goals, because that would just be bad for them. But the Vipers definitely showing up in this game, and I'm not really sure what's going on with the Coyotes. They're playing horrendous this game, and they're just not playing how they were in those first 2 games, and that's what's losing them this. Yes, the first 2 games were close, but right now this game isn't close at all. It's 5 goals, and there's a 5-goal deficit, and the Vipers are destroying the Coyotes in every aspect right now. Maybe it's just unlucky for the Coyotes right now. I'm not really sure, but they haven't got anything going their way in the past 2 or 3 minutes, so we'll see how they respond to this. It was a score-for-score game not too long ago, but right now it's just desolate for the Coyotes right now. I mean, what can you do if you're them? You just have to hope this game ends quick and hope you can get out of it without losing too much dignity, and then come out with confidence in the next game. They come out too overconfident. Maybe lose some confidence, build up some strong confidence, but don't get too overconfident, because right now they got way too cocky in those first 2 games, which they shouldn't have. They were close games. You still have to respect this Vipers team, and right now it seems like they've lost all hope for this game, as they probably should. They're down 6 goals with 20 seconds left to go. It doesn't seem like this is even possible. But Flushy gonna apply a band-aid there per se. Now they're only down 5. It looks a little less bad, but this has been a nightmare for the Coyotes for this game. Yes, they're up 2-0 in the series and soon to be 2-1 in the series, but you have to finish them when they're down. This is where you see all the reverse sweeps come in. You get up 2-0, you get too cocky in the first match, and then or in the first 2 matches, you get way too cocky, and in that third game, they come back and slap you in the face and just beat the tar out of you, and then you start to get a little bit humbled. But then they have all that momentum that they're going off of, and then you just can't do anything as the Vipers drop that down. Oh my God, Sniz almost getting the next shot. But you give them that confidence and that momentum to take that game 2, and then in game 5 you're oblivious to what just happened. You were just up 2 goals, and now you're not. So we'll see how they do in game 4. See if they can't take it in 4 games, but right now there's no telling, because the Vipers are going off. We had 14 shots come out from the Vipers this game, and only 12 come out from the Coyotes. The shots honestly do not tell this story correctly, because right now, the Vipers, holy cow, the Coyotes only going 1 for 3. So in every 3 shots they took, only one of them went in. For the Coyotes, they're what are they? 9 for 14. If that tells you anything, holy cow. The Vipers winning this game 9-4 with dominance, and the Coyotes, they just have to patch themselves up and get back into this game 4 with confidence, because if they don't, this Vipers team is going to take it by storm, exactly how they took this game. So we'll see what they change and see what they do to bring these games back in their favor. But right now, it's looking very good for the Vipers, and if I were them, I would be very happy with that last game, and I'd be very excited to get back into this game. But they can't let the nerves get to them, because they still have to win 2 more games, and the Coyotes only have to win one. So we'll see what they do as we get into game 4. Gerber taking that ball, already putting that mid, trying to get the offense going again, but Joe's going to clear that back out into their half, and oh no, Joe just could not get that ball in, and Gerber recovers. That could have been nasty for the Coyotes, and that would have not been good for the Vipers to get started off on the wrong foot, as they just had an insane game. So they have to control this Coyotes team, but oh no, all going wrong for the Vipers right there. And Joe just he gets the booming shot past Sniz, and Sniz puts that on target. I mean, if he would have left that and took it up the back wall, he would have been perfectly fine. He could have cleared that into the corner, but given the Coyotes the early momentum and the early goal, it's not what you want. As we go into the second kickoff, Joe winning that one, putting that into the Vipers side, but it's not a win if you can't get back to it, and they can't, as Sniz puts that ball on target. But Joe, he's going to stop that ball and kind of slow it down into their corner, slow down the pace of play, because I think they're playing a little bit to the Vipers' pace, but Joe slowing it down just enough as he can flick that ball straight over the defender, and a 2-goal lead within the first minute. Maybe this is the Coyotes that we needed to see. Maybe the Coyotes kind of realized what they were doing wrong, and they were kind of giving the Vipers what they wanted, and now they're up 2-0 within 45 seconds. So we'll see how they keep going, as Flushy has another goal. Top bins, holy cow, top left corner, and you cannot save that if you're the Vipers. The Vipers, they need to stop the bleeding. We're only 50 seconds in, and that's just a beautiful shot. I mean, that hit both posts almost at the same time. 3 goals within 50 seconds. The Vipers, I don't know what's going wrong with them, but they're messing up here. I'm not really sure. Maybe that last game was a fluke, but Gary Bear shutting me up as soon as I said it. I knew I shouldn't have said it, but you know what they say. Once it's on the tip of your tongue, you can't hold it back. But that's a beautiful shot from Gary Bear, and maybe that's what they needed to to get a little bit more confidence and try to stop the Coyotes from getting so aggressive on the offense. Maybe that'll humble them a little bit more, so they stop going for that all-out offense. We'll see how that works out for them in this game 4, though. Oh, sorry, I've been yawning a lot today. Holy cow! As Joe gets 50 early by Sniz, puts that right back into the corner. As Belushi's going to get the clear back out in the midfield, but Sniz going to put that ball in the mid, but Gerber is not there to recover and score that ball. But oh my god, oh no, I couldn't even think of a word to say, and that's just a crazy defensive play from the Coyotes, saving themselves and keeping their momentum, as the Vipers trying to get something started, but they cannot. This defense from the Coyotes is just keeping them away from all that momentum that is there to be held. But what can you do? You just have to keep putting shots on net, and if you're the Coyotes, you have to keep holding off. You have 3 minutes left in this game, and you just have to keep the Vipers out of the net. And oh my god, Flushy doing a great job of that. Excuse me. As Joe's going to try to put that mid for Flushy, but he's just going to hand that off for Gerber and give him the free shot. But Joe, holy cow, doing it all himself. He is a jack of all trades. He's awesome on defense, but his offense is even better, beating the first defender and then just outpacing the second defender. And the Vipers, I mean, they have to play their own pace and stop the Coyotes from playing so aggressively, because right now that's what's killing them. And they're down 3 goals. So can they do what the Coyotes have been able to do and come back in this game and bring back the 3-goal deficit? We will see, as Gerber takes this off the wall but missed jumps. Maybe he meant to leave that for Sniz, and I mean, we'll give it to him. That's a beautiful pass and a horrible double commit from the Coyotes. Joe free jumping that, and Belushi just getting stuck in a bad spot. I mean, what else can you do except try to react quick enough? That's a beautiful goal for the Vipers, and I'm sure they'll take they I'm sure they'll take that. I mean, that cuts their losses down to only 2 goals. So we'll see how they react to this. As Gerber is going to try to lessen that goal differential once again. Holy cow! I need more sleep. His Flushy whiffs on that, and a bump coming out. Gerber cannot finish that quick enough. Flushy's gonna fake that actually, and a beautiful flick. Holy cow! That's just a beautiful coordination and beautiful comms coming out from the Coyotes. I mean, you can tell Flushy meant to fake that. If that was an actual attempt, that would be embarrassing for Star League. So I'll give it to him. That was definitely a fake coming from him, and that gave Joe just enough time to flick it over the defender and give him a 3-goal lead once again. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to go in this matchup, and oh, I need to stop yawning. Holy cow! This Gerber is gonna get a shot off. I can't even think of words now. Bushy putting that off into Sniz and a beautiful 50, getting that back over Sniz. It seems like the Vipers are kind of slowing down a little bit, trying to get what they can, but it seems like the Vipers it's just all their way this game. And I mean the Vipers, what a fake coming out from Sniz, and oh my god. Sniz is popping off. They just need to put that in the net, and they can't because the defense, the rotation, okay, when the Coyotes mess up, their rotation is automatic. They automatically get back in time enough to save that ball, and the Vipers just don't have enough time. And will we see a goal come out for the Coyotes? No, we will not. Sniz getting back just in time. Right now, the Vipers not playing up to their best abilities. They're struggling right now. They have a minute left to get 3 goals, and I honestly do not see it happening anytime soon. Maybe I'm wrong. There's a goal right there for Gerber, pulling this within 2, and the caster's curse going against the Coyotes as Gerber puts that in the back of the net. Joe getting lost in net, and what can you do? You just for Joe, you just have to recover there and not get lost in net. I mean, he was bouncing every which way in there, so they have to stop this Vipers team from getting too much momentum. Is almost a shot coming out from the Vipers, but it's off target, and Joe stopping the next shot to come on net as Sniz trying to put that into the corner to get something started. They have 50 seconds left. They need to get something started quick. They have a little bit of momentum. I think they can do it. They just have to get it going now, as Joe's going to stop that right there where it started and try to get that ball back into the other side, and he's going to put that mid, and that's just free for the Coyotes. They need, right now, the Vipers, I mean, they need a goal every 12 seconds. And for those of you who play Rocket League, which I'm sure all of you do if you're watching it, that's not easy to do. 3 goals in 37 seconds feels impossible if you're playing for the Vipers right now, but it is not. Nothing is impossible in this game. I've seen the craziest things on FDL, and I'm sure you guys have too. Um, but wow, this Vipers team need to get something started quick, and there goes one. That was 9 seconds. They bested that. 2 goals now that they need to send us to overtime, and that's what I would be shooting for if I were them. I would try to get into overtime so you can try to come back into this game. But that's a 2-goal deficit right there, and 28 seconds. 1 goal every 14 seconds. They gave themselves a little bit more time to score. They need to get it on the Coyote side quick if they want to try this, and Joe kind of eliminating that chance any means, keeping the ball in their half, and he's going to try to run time out here, and it's looking pretty bad for the Vipers right now. 10 seconds and 2 goals. That's not really going to happen against the Coyotes right now because they're just such a dominant team. And Joe's going to clear that ball out into the midfield. Beautiful series. Definitely good for the Coyotes. I mean, they came out into this game and showed what kind of team they were. I mean, they're a pretty dominant team when they try to their fullest extent. And I mean the Vipers, they gave it their all to come back in this game, but just couldn't get it going. And we'll try to get these guys in here for a post game interview, a really quick post game interview, so we have time to set up for the next stream matches. We will see if we can not get those two in here. I believe it was Billy Bob, Joe, and oh, I can't think of the other one's name. I cannot. Flushy, there we go. I didn't cheat. I didn't cheat for that, I promise. Here we go. Let me see if I cannot get a hold of one of them at least. We will see. But
that's gotta be upsetting for the Vipers because it was such a close matchup in the first 2 games, and then it got away from the Coyotes. 9-3 in that 3rd game, and in the 4th game, it was all the Coyotes again, going right back for it, and, that's just that's just great gameplay from them, uh, and, hats off to them. We'll see, I'm gonna try to get a hold of them now. Does not seem like they have a captain that I can ping, so I'll just talk to them directly. There we go, we have a post-game interview. How you guys doing, Coyotes? GG's to you guys. You guys played great. How are you guys feeling?
Pretty good. Probably not the best defensive series. It's a lot of goals, but pretty
Offense
good.
for the win.
It was my first series in the league without being a reverse sweep. So
This is my first series in this league.
There you go. Definitely a good first 2 games from you guys, and I will say you guys were kind of dominating on the offensive end. Yes, you guys did not have the best defense in the series, but it really didn't need it because you suffocated the Vipers in the first 2 games. But I want to walk through that 3rd game, kind of when you guys let the game get away from you, and it ended up 9-4. How did it feel after losing that game? Was there any doubts about the game 4 or doubts about winning the series? Um, or going into game 4, were there any doubts after that game 3?
Absolutely not. They just got lucky with their pinches, specifically
Uh,
Gilmore.
I do think they outplayed us that game, obviously, but I mean, after the game, it was more just like, what adjustments do we need to make? We didn't. Aqua was talking about what he was going to say in the post game interview after that game. I told him, let's not get ahead of ourselves. Like we do have to win, and we did just lose. So
Nah, it's fine.
Fair enough. And last question before the last question, because we always ask a certain question at the end of these. But Joe, you said it was your first time in this league. How does it feel to come out and show up for your team in this kind of close series? Because the Vipers put up a fight, but how does it feel to come out in this series and put it away very soon?
It feels great making my debut. Wish I could have clipped on them a little bit more, but that's for a future series.
Fair enough. And I will say you guys are now 4-2, which puts you guys in the standings for number 1 seed, I believe, or you're at least going to be tied for it, depending on if the Hornets do get their win, which I'm not sure if they've already played that match. But last question, and Felicia, I'll ask you first, and then Bob, I'll ask you second. Felicia, is there anybody you would like to call out?
uh, I will say we haven't been doing very good in scrims, but for all the teams that we've scrimmed, it's not reflective of what's going to happen in the league matches. And I don't know how Dark's team doing, but I would love to whip on Dark later in the season. So
Dark, he's coming for you. And Billy Bob, anybody you would like to call out?
I have no idea.
Dark, he
gonna-
hates you as well. He's coming straight for your title.
no hate. I just he gave me the business in scrims, so I'm looking to get the revenge.
Revenge from the Coyotes coming back for Dark. GG's to you guys. It's been fun for this series, and we have another series coming in at 10 o'clock. We have the Elite League matchup, the top of the top. We have the Elite League Griffins, my Elite League team. That's going to be interesting versus the Monkeys, Chris with a K himself. So we'll see how that series turns out, but you'll have to wait until 10 o'clock. I've been Cyprock, and I'll see you next time. Yep. I don't know.
the night, the city lights are dancing, slowly falling apart. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling stronger, and I know I can do better. The shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. Open your eyes and see the people chanting, slowly falling apart. The silence causing an earthquake. I'm wishing upon a star. This time I'm feeling higher, and I know I can be taller. Shadows causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the light. We're gonna light it up, oh, light it up, ooh, light it up, causing an outbreak. I'm turning the lights on. All I wanna do is to put my arms around you and watch these moments fall back into place. All I wanna do is to make you stop and love me. How can I be blue when you catch me in these feelings like okay. I love you, I do need you, I do love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you, I do love you, I do need you. I love you, I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you. I don't Ooh, I love you, love you. I do need you, need you. I do, I love you, I do need you. I love you, love you. I do need you. Ooh, I love you, I do need you.
And here we go, back for another series of FDL. We have an Elite League matchup. Elite League is our highest league and our best players. Some say Chris with the K is playing, so I'm not really sure if we can say best players, but definitely going to be a very good matchup. We have Chris with a K and Cryptic, a dirty matchup um, for the Griffins to go against. But we have two Star League players for our or not for our Dep League, our Elite League Griffins. We have Murtical stepping up to the plate. He's actually been pulled out of Star League into Elite for this matchup, and Tunloink is playing up from the Star League Griffins. So we'll see how they do. Tunloink's definitely a solid player on the offense. I've heard good things about him, and Murtical's I've even heard he's insane, but I haven't seen him play yet, so I can't say too much. And Chris with the K and Cryptic, they're just the monkeys. You know, their team name says it all. But we're gonna go ahead and get into kickoff into game one. We have Chris with a K and Murtical, the Griffins, starting off good, winning that kickoff. But Cryptic's gonna take that ball off the back wall and just double it straight into the net. Holy cow, the monkeys being monkeys and starting off this game solid. Seems like, I mean, that's just a beautiful play from the monkeys. Unfortunate, Tunloink could not get up to that ball and save it. Definitely just a good play from play by the monkeys. They got the boost quick enough, and that worked out for them. Chris with the K gonna try to put that ball in the net, but that's just gonna go mid for the monkeys again. Already 2 goals up with 14 seconds. Already not looking hot for the Griffins right now. Definitely hurts to see just a little bit as a GM, but I believe in them. They'll get back, but right now the monkeys, they're just playing insane right now. Kickoffs are going good for the Griffins right now. I'm not gonna lie, their kickoffs are good. They just have to get back to the ball and play the monkeys face to face. As Murtical is gonna take this ball up the wall, passing that middle to the Tunloink. Chris with the K tried interfering with that ball, but Tunloink just getting the ball straight into the monkey's half. But Cryptic's gonna clear that ball right back out to where it came from. As he puts that ball middle, but Tunloink's gonna have the clear into the corner. Okay, tries taking his time with that ball, but Tunloink puts that away from him. As Chris is gonna put that mid, and Cryptic puts in the 3rd goal. 4 minutes and 12 seconds left. 3 goals down for the Griffins. They have to figure something out quick, or this is going to be disgusting. And yeah, that's just not. It's not what you want if you're the Griffins right now. The monkeys coming out hot. Definitely warmed up before this because Chris with the K is playing like crazy. Maybe somebody else playing. I'm not really sure. Not really used to seeing Chris with the K play like this. No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking, okay? If he watches this VOD, he's gonna kill me, but it'll be okay. This Murtical puts it into the sidewall, missing that ball, but Tunloink is there to clean up the mistake. This Cryptic's gonna take that ball and put that straight back out in the midfield. Getting a demo on Murtical, trying to go for the 50. Did not work out the way he wanted it. An air dribble coming out from Cryptic, and he is just lights out right now in the air. They cannot give him that air space that he is taking right now, because he's just the ball's going in every time. So 4 goals down, the Griffins can still pull this back. They just have to take away the air and suffocate the monkeys, because right now it's just it's just all Cryptic putting the ball in the net as he pleases. So they need to stop that quick, but that's not going to happen anytime soon. And Cryptic just, what can you do? I mean, I wish I was as good as this. I wish I could do that. Probably not ever going to happen. I'm going to stay in the Death League forever, but the Monkeys just going off right now, and maybe this is just a filler game for the Griffins. I mean, they are both from Star League, so they just have to adapt to this gameplay and go for it. I mean, that's all you really can do is just adapt and overcome. Beautiful flick coming out from Murticle, getting it over the first defender, but can he beat Cryptic? No, passing that straight out to Tunneling. Cryptic getting the double save, and a fake coming out from Murticle. It's actually a really nice play coming out from him. Trying to put that ball in the air, going for it again, getting the flip reset. Oh my god. Maybe just a little bit of time to warm up. I do know they were warming up against star players, and they just needed to adapt. And there goes Tunneling with the first goal for the Griffins. Maybe that's the momentum shift that they needed. The Monkeys just over committing just a little bit, getting too close together, and Tunneling punishing for that. And that might be the goal that the Griffins needed to pull this game back. And Murticle's going to take this ball, put that straight into the Monkeys' half, but Chris McKay is sitting right there waiting on it. Passes that straight back to Murticle, or to Tunneling. No, that was Murticle. I was right. I just can't read sometimes. It'll be okay as Chris McKay is going to take that back down, and Cryptic's going to finish that off. Monkeys getting a little bit too over aggressive, and Chris McKay and Cryptic both just punishing them for that. And 6 goals to 1 and only half the game gone. So we'll see if the Griffins can mount a comeback and pull this game a little bit closer to get a little bit of momentum going. But right now it's just not looking good right now for the Griffins. They just have to play quicker and bring this game back. Oh my god, Murticle. When they said he was insane, I did not expect him to be this good. Holy cow, that was actually a beautiful shot, just not on target. As Cryptic's going to try to get that around Murticle, but Murticle's going to get demoed for his troubles. Still gets that away from the net. He's going to respawn and put that into the corner to kind of relieve some stress. He gets back to that ball before Cryptic does, and that goes in his favor. Tunneling not close enough to that ball to get to it, but he is there, and he's going to try to put that in the back of the net. No! But the ball goes wide. He does not get the pinch he needed, and Cryptic is going to take that ball back down the field and almost score that, actually. But Tunneling, his defense is just too elite. No pun intended. No, the pun was intended, okay? Elite League, elite save, you know. But right now, both teams playing a phenomenal game. The Griffins just not capitalizing on what they have. They just need to slow it down a little bit and just beat the Monkeys where they lack. I mean, the Monkeys, they're making mistakes now, but the goals just aren't going into the Griffins. They need to capitalize on what they have to capitalize on and punish this Monkeys team. Right now, the Monkeys, though, they're playing very well. They're making a few mistakes that could lead to goals, but right now they're not getting punished for it. So you don't really need to fix anything if they're not punishing you for it. I mean, if you make a mistake and they don't score, it doesn't really matter. It's Cryptic getting the Brazil with a minute left. 7 goals to 1, and this is not looking good for the Griffins team. They're definitely in for a series today. We'll see how they do in the last minute of this game. Right now, I would not be looking to tie this game up. 6 goals in a minute against a team like this is almost unheard of. They just need to get a little bit of the goals back and get the momentum flowing, because right now that is what they need. That's what they don't have. That's what the Monkeys have. They're just dominating this Griffins team. They have to get a little bit of momentum back and just hope they can carry that into the game too. We will see how they do in the rest of this matchup. Chris with the K going up for the ball, but not getting the touch he wanted because Cryptic is not there, going for boost instead of the ball. Man of my taste, as I say a million times, boost over ball is the way to play this game. And Cryptic, holy cow, he is lights out right now and just having a field day almost. It's just every time he touches the ball, it goes in. Murticle, not much you can do there against Cryptic. He's just an insane scorer, and I mean, what do? That's just a beautiful goal from him, and the Monkeys are up 8 goals to 1. This is not what you want if you're a Griffins fan or a Griffins GM. I'm crying on the inside right now, but Uh, just hoping they do better in the next game for the fans as well. So we have a closer series, but we will see as this goal coming out from Chris with a K. That's not good for him. Oh my God, vertical. What the heck did I just witness? A breezy flick. Holy cow. Somebody clip it. I don't care how bad the goal differential is. That's a beautiful shot. I want to see that one later. But a beautiful shot coming from him, and maybe that's a little bit of momentum. He just needs to start freestyling. Maybe that's how he gets the goals, faking out the defender and scoring there. They need to play a little bit more defense and just give the ball to Vertical and let him go for those freestyles. But Cryptic getting a little bit of a freestyle himself. Kind of a botched flip reset. I don't think he actually got the touch off of the flip reset. No, he didn't. But getting that ball right over the defender and putting them up 7 goals once again. The Griffins, in my opinion, I think they can do this. They just have to put their minds to it. The Monkeys just trying to let that ball die and run the timeout as they do. Murdoch keeping it up right off the ground. But the Monkeys are going to take game 1 with a show of force almost. I mean, when you're up 7 goals to 2, or wait, right? Or when you're up 7 goals, so 9 goals to 2. Sorry about that. I mean, you have to be confident going into the next game. Cryptic having all 9 goals. Chris with a K getting carried in this first game. He did have 5 assists, but other than that, Cryptic carried this game. He's just insane for his rank. He's just crazy, and he balled out this game. Having 11 shots, he shot 9 for 11, so only 2 of those were saved. That's crazy to me, but the goal differential wasn't as big, or not the goal differential. The shot differential wasn't as big as I thought it was. The Griffins having 9 shots to 13. That's not horrible. They just need to get a better goal percentage on. They need to get more shots on the net, yes, but also increase where they put the ball placement. They need to place the ball in better spots to where Cryptic and or Chris with K cannot save the ball. But for the Monkeys, I mean, I wouldn't change anything except clean up the mistakes, and they should be all right in this next game. But the Griffins, the only advice I have for them is to just come at it with full force, because if you don't, Cryptic's just going to ball out again, and you have to stop him from getting that ball as we get into game 2 kickoff. Chris with a K, winning that kickoff, pushing that straight into Tunloink, but Cryptic, holy cow, automatically reading that ball. Getting demoed for his troubles by Murdical. Tunloink's going to turn early. I don't think Chris with a K really expected him to turn that quick, but putting that right off the back wall so Cryptic has enough time to get to it. Pinch coming out mid, but Murdical's not ready for that. He's actually pushed up a little bit too far. Chris with a K getting in on the freestyling action, but he cannot punish them for that one. Cryptic going for a little bit of a freestyle himself and putting that right over Tunloink, but Murdical stays on the ground to save that ball. Seems like the Monkeys are just going for clips at this point, and it is not working out for them so far. Tunloink also switching to the Vantis? Question mark. Maybe he's insane with that. Who knows? It's Tunloink. It's probably good with any card. I don't know. I wish I had a coach that was of his rank and of his skill, but you know. Okay, listen, I'm never getting to this. But oh my God, Vertical, just freestyling on him, but cannot get that ball to go in. As Cryptic's gonna clear that ball back out to Chris with a K, and a bump coming out from Cryptic, but he doesn't get it. As Murdical puts that ball all the way back down into the Monkeys' half, and he's kind of getting bullied over there from the Monkeys. And a shot being available, but Tunloink not there to punish the Monkeys for that one. They need to punish the Monkeys every chance they get, because if they don't, it's going to end up looking bad like the last game did. A beautiful clear coming out from Murdical. This game already showing to be a little bit closer than that first game. No goals scored with a minute and 35 seconds left, or a minute and 45 gone in this game. Sorry about that. As Murdical puts this ball back into the Monkeys' half. Tunloink challenging early. That's what they need. They need to challenge early and suffocate this Monkeys team, because if you don't, you're gonna give Cryptic time to get off that wall and do what he wants. It's Cryptic going off the wall. That's a dirty position for him to be in, but he does not get what he needed, running out of boost. As Tunloink is gonna try to put that ball in the net, but he doesn't get it. and Murticle is not going to commit for that. He's going to take his time and to assess the situation and see what he has to do, but passes that straight into Cryptic. It's hard to get it past a player of his stature, as Tunlink is going to put the ball into Chris with a K, not around him, but also not bad for him. But that's just a bad commit from Murticle. But Tunlink's there in rotation to help him out. Tunlink going off the wall into Murticle, going for the bump, but doesn't get the bump. Oh no! Oh no, that could have been bad for the Monkeys, but Tunlink is in a weird spot and cannot get that ball to go in the net. That is unfortunate for the Griffins. They needed that in order to get a little bit of momentum going and win this game too, or at least try to hold off for this game too. Murticle getting a musty flick off the backboard, and Tunlink puts that ball in, and the Griffins take the lead. Holy cow, 1-0 with 2 minutes left. Can this Griffins team pull game 2 off? Can they defeat Chris with a K in this game 2 and tie up this series? The Monkeys are in a little bit of a drought of goals right now, and even shots, it seems like they backed off a little bit, and I'm not sure why. That first game went so well for them when they were being so aggressive, but Cryptic not going for the shots he was, so I'm not really sure what's happening over there. Maybe they're getting a little bit overconfident, and that could very well lead to a loss here, but who knows, as Murticle is going to go for the double tap in Murticle. Holy cow, this Griffins team is showing up in game 2, and happy GM moments. I don't know what the Monkeys are doing right now. I'm not really sure what's going on in their comms, but right now they're down 2 goals with a minute and a half left to go. We will see what this game has in store for us as we go into the third kickoff of this game with a minute and a half left to go. Murticle on the ball. Cryptic. It seems like he's getting a little bit overconfident. He's going for stuff that, is not... Oh no, the Griffins not punishing him for that one. A little mistake coming out and bumping each other, but what do you have to lose when you're up 2 goals? You have a lot to lose, including that. Oh my God, Cryptic, you cannot let him get started, because we've seen he can score 9 goals in a game. That's kind of scary if you're against him. The Griffins, they have to hold off this last minute to at least get this game 2 and try to take it to further games. We will see. They're only down 1, so they have a confirmed next game anyways, but it'd be great for them if they could get this win, especially against a higher tier team. We will see as Tunlink puts that into the wall. He's going to go for the second touch. He gets that past the first defender, but Cryptic is always there to defend. As Tunlink puts that mid, is he going to get back to it? Yes, he does, but Cryptic, once again, always there in defense. And that is crazy, but Cryptic is not there out of boost, and it is 3-1 with 45 seconds left to go. Holy cow. Tunlink just challenges early, and Cryptic not ready for it. Chris with a K goes a little bit too far and just messes himself up, giving the Griffins the lead in this game. 2 goals down for the Monkeys. Not what we expected, especially after that first game when they were up by so much. Expected this to be something similar, maybe a little bit closer, but definitely did not expect the Monkeys to lay down this easy. And right now it's looking like they are, because they are not playing as crazy as they were in that first game. So we'll see what they do in this last 30 seconds to maybe gain a little bit momentum going into game 3. Maybe pull this back. There is still 20 seconds, and Cryptic is pretty crazy, so we'll see what he can do. But Tunlink stopping that in midfield, trying to score again. We'll see if he can get it, trying to get the 50 there. Oh my gosh, that would have been disgusting if he got that dunk. Cryptic putting that on net, but Murticle's there to save that ball away, as he's going to take that ball. It seems like they're just going to try to kill it here and put there we go. And the Griffins taking game 2. The Monkeys, I'm not really sure what happened for them in that game. It seems like they kind of just stopped. I'm not really sure. But 3-1. Cryptic could not do what he did in game 1. So we will see how they attack this game 3, and we'll see which team comes on top with a 2-1. But of course, that is for game 3 to find out. Oh, excuse me. But definitely a good game from the Griffins, coming out with 9 shots to 6 shots for the Monkeys. I'm not really sure how that happens when you go from 13 shots to 6. What happened there? Their offense completely went away, and that's just beautiful gameplay from the Griffins. I mean, Murdical, such a good freestyler almost. I mean, he got the musty flick pass off the Tunlink as it's replaying now, but you guys cannot see that. Beautiful pass to Tunlink, and Tunlink buries that over the defenders. I don't think the Monkeys were ready for Murdical to come out in this game and start and just start with the insane freestyling. Maybe that's what's throwing them off here, but their offense is almost desolate and it's just not there for them right now. So we'll see how they fix that in this game 3 as we get into our respected teams. We'll see how this third game turns out. And here we go. Cryptic and Murdical on the kickoff goes in favor of the Griffins. Tunlink putting that off the back wall. Chris somehow getting to that. He's just too speedy as he gets, or as Murdical gets demoed for his troubles. He's going to recover here though and save that ball away. Chris with the K following him very quickly. Seems like he's turning up the intensity once again. But Tunlink putting that ball all the way back down the field. Getting the shot on target, but Cryptic's there. Cryptic messing up, goes a little bit too far and puts that off the backboard as Chris is going to clear that away into safety. Tunlink's going to try to put that ball back into the mid. He gets a very nice touch and over both defenders, and Tunlink starting this game off strong. Holy mackerel, that's just a beautiful shot from him, and he played his cards correctly there, and that's what he needed to do. I mean, he put that ball straight between both defenders, and the Monkeys, they have a lot of unanswered goals right now, and that's not what you want in this game, but I'm sure they'll take that as Chris with a K, first goal of this series. In 3 games, that's his first goal, I believe. Do not quote me on this, because I say I believe because I think so. I think I'm correct. If not, it's his second goal, but still, finally getting him on the board and helping Cryptic with that offensive pressure. Because Cryptic has been playing that defensive play style for this team so far, and it worked out in game 1, but in game 2 it kind of halted the Monkeys. So we'll see how they do, and right now it's not helping at all because Murdical puts that ball straight past the defender, and that's a beautiful flick. Holy cow. A little bit of the freestyle coming out in him, and that's insane coming from him. Beautiful shot coming out, and that's a 1-goal lead for the Griffins. Sorry about that. That's a 1-goal lead for the Griffins. What is happening? Okay, there we go. Sorry about that, everybody. Excuse me. As Cryptic's just gonna shut me up. Okay, I was gonna start speaking again, and no. Cryptic, what a shot. What a double tap, coming out with some freestyles of his own. That's just a disgusting shot, and he puts that in the bottom left corner of that goal, equalizing this game. This game could go either way. The Griffins playing phenomenal right now, and the Monkeys seem like they're getting their axles back and getting back into the offensive play style that they played in that first game. So we'll see if the Griffins can hold up and stay in this matchup. But for right now, I mean, they're playing a pretty solid game, so we will see Tunlink taking his time with this ball, flicking it past Chris with a K, but Cryptic is playing this smart game and playing back a little bit to give Chris with a K room for error. As Murdical puts that ball middle, and Chris is going to center that ball, but Cryptic's playing a little bit too far back. He's not really playing as offensive as he was that first game, and maybe that's that could be their downfall, but right now it's a beautiful save coming out from Murdical, and Chris with a K cannot capitalize, neither can Cryptic. He cannot shove that ball in the net. Oh my god, the Monkeys are getting so aggressive right now, but they cannot get the ball in the net. I'm not really sure what's happening here, but they're just not getting the shots on target that they need. It's just they have to get those shots on target and in the back of the net soon, and if not, this Griffins team is going to rally and inevitably put them in a bad spot as Chris with a K puts that ball into the corner, as Cryptic's going to take that out of the corner. Going to get a little bit more time faking one defender, and that's just a beautiful shot, beautiful fake, and the Monkeys are up 3-2 in this game, but definitely a lot closer than we thought this was going to be. two Star League players jumping up into the Elite League for the Griffins, and they are showing off right now. But down 1 goal to the Monkeys team. They need to get that back quick to stop the bleeding and kill the momentum of the Monkeys. So we'll see how they go about doing that, and or if they do that. This Cryptic's gonna take that ball and pass it over to Chris, but Chris is gonna try to dribble it, just not quick enough. Come with 50's Cryptic early. He's gonna take his time with this, and that's just, oh, it's not a goal. Okay, thought he got that past Chris there for a second, and oh no, that's just not what the Griffins wanted there. I thought Chris was going to be able to score that, but he doesn't. Vertical clears that out into the corner. Tunneling, putting that ball up towards Cryptic, giving himself a little bit more time and a little less stressed. Sorry about that. Tunling's going to take that ball past Chris. Oh no, that is not good for the Monkeys, and neither is it good for the Griffins. Vertical missing the open net that was given to him by the Monkeys. Chris with the K is going to put that ball onto the sidewall, and Tunneling gets demoed trying to go for it, trying to rotate into it, sorry. As Tunling's going to take that off the back wall, giving that straight to Vertical. Going to take his time here. You do not want to give him the air, but he messes up. He messes up there as he thought the defender was going to be there quick enough, and oh no. The Griffins allowing the Monkeys to get their spacing back and just have a way with this game. A minute left. The Griffins have to come back quick, and if they do not, this Monkeys team will punish them for it. Seems like the Monkeys team have gathered their bearings, and they're going back after this Griffins team 100%. So we'll see how they do in this game, and oh no. And that's why Chris can't get a goal. Cryptic comes in stealing all of them. But still, that's just not what you want if you're the Griffins. I mean, you had the opportunity to tie the game up and even take the lead, I believe. I think they had the opportunity to take the lead. I'm not really sure when they missed that goal, but that's just unfortunate for them. And in my opinion, I would just say get the momentum back up like they did in that first game, and try to send this to a game 5 after this game, because 3 goals in 38 seconds against the Monkeys, that's not going to be easy. I think they know that as well, so we'll see how they treat this the last 30 seconds of this game. But Cryptic is not slowing down. He's going for another air dribble. Tunneling, clearing that ball back into the Monkeys' half. Chris with the K, challenging into the corner, does not get the second touch. He soars over that ball as Vertical is going to try his chances against Cryptic and gets the flick. 12 seconds left to go with a 2-goal deficit. Can they somehow pull this back? I do not know. Oh, sorry. Had to get a little drink. Mouth is getting a little dry. Here we go. Chris with the K and Vertical. On the kickoff, Chris with the K is going to get the dunk, and time's just going to run out from here. Cryptic trying to get another ball in the back of the net, but just does not get it. Oh, almost spoke too early there. Holy cow. The Monkeys taking game 3. A lot closer than we expected. But the Monkeys came out in this game and played a lot quicker than they did in game 2. The Monkeys taking this 2-1 so far. So we'll see what the Griffins can do. Tunneling and Vertical in a combined shot percentage of, they had 10 shots. 3 goals and 10 shots. And the Monkeys had 5 goals and 9 shots. So if that says anything, the Monkeys are just putting better shots on net. And it seems like the Griffins got a little bit behind there. It seems like they slowed down a little bit and let the Monkeys have their way with this game. And that's not what you want to do coming into this, because you had them on their back foot. You won that second game, and you give them the third game. Now you have to fight back because the Monkeys are on match point, and the Griffins have to win the next 2 games in a row. So we'll see if they can somehow pull this back and dominate the Monkeys, because they've showed that they can. Vertical with his freestyling ways has proven that he's dominant in the air, but he has to show that just a little bit more in this 4th game to bring it back against the Monkeys and just dominate the air game, because if he doesn't, it could look bad for this Griffins team. For the Monkeys, keep it up. They found their bearings in that 3rd game, and that's what won it for them. They finally got back to the way they were playing in that first game, and that's what That's what inevitably won them that third game. So we'll see how this game goes. Tunneling winning the kickoff, but that goes straight to Cryptic. Going for the air dribble. Oh my gosh, tries getting the dunk. But Murticle's there to save that ball away. Murticle going for the 50, but Cryptic gets the better half of that. Tunneling putting that into the midfield. Tunneling getting the free open net. Does not take care of it. Oh my gosh. The Griffins just hurting themselves at this point. They're getting all the opportunities in the world, but just not taking advantage of them, it seems. Someone having a free open net, probably kicking himself for that one. I would be as well if I missed that. It's gotta hurt though, because you lose game 3, or game 1 and 3. You win game 2, but that cannot feel good, and then a goal like that goes in. This is just not good for them. They need to figure something out. They need to figure it out quick, and if they do not, it is going to be bad for the Elite League Griffins. They're down 1 with a minute gone in the game. We'll see what they can do to bring this back. Tunneling and Cryptic on the kickoff. Murticle is going to take possession of this. Playing it slow. Not really sure what was going on there. Tried to get a fake there, but does not get it the way he wanted it. Tunneling, or sorry, Murticle goes for that ball, but Cryptic just responding so quickly and getting that save. And that's just in for the Monkeys. Anything that can go wrong for the Griffins right now is going. They need to stop the bleeding and nip it in the butt. Go straight for the Monkeys. What do you have to lose? They're on match point. Go for it. Go for the offensive plays and just attack them. All you can do, and if you let the Monkeys have any more room than you've already given them, they're going to take this by storm, and it's going to be a disgusting game. So we'll see what the... Okay. We'll see what the Griffins can do after that goal. 3 minutes and 40 seconds left to go. 3-goal deficit for the Griffins. This is not looking pretty, and it's looking a lot like game 1. So we'll see what the Griffins can do to come back in this game and make it a closer series. But as of right now, it is not looking pretty, and it's looking like it's all the Monkeys right now. So we'll see how the Monkeys respond to the 3-goal lead and how the Griffins respond as well, because there's a lot of pressure on them right now, and I know how that feels being down like this in match point. So Cryptic not letting up at all, still going for centered shots, and neither is Chris with a K. They're ready to be done with this series and put it away the way it is. As Cryptic puts that off the sidewall and into the back wall of the Griffins, almost getting the shot off, but does not go in. Chris with the K is going to try to get the double tap, and he does. He gets the double tap to go in, and that's 4-0 against the Griffins. This is not looking pretty, and right now it's just all going for the Griffins right now. It's just not what you want to see if you're a Griffins fan. It's anything that could go wrong right now is going wrong. So they have to get their bearings together. And Cryptic, you didn't have to do it to them, man. They're already down, but Cryptic pretty much solidifying this as dominance for the Monkeys. Not what you want if you're the Monkeys. No, it is what you want if you're the Monkeys, but if you're the Griffins, oh my god. You had it going in game 2, and game 3 you got shut out, but it wasn't too bad, and now it's just all the Monkeys. What can you do? The Monkeys are showing you can't really do much. I mean, it's just bad. Oh, and Chris with a K missing that ball. That's gonna throw him this game. You can't be missing shots like that. Yeah, that's just Chris with a K. You can't be missing shots like that, and when you do, you're just going to throw the game. I mean, you just gave them the goal. That could be the goal that wins the game, so definitely can't be giving away easy shots like that, and Chris with the K just needs to stop. I mean, you gotta hit those shots, and if you don't, and stuff like that happens. See, Hemlock's on fire now, so now they're going to come back and win this game. The small things that you got to pay attention to, and that's just not okay to miss something like that, because then it just opens up the door of opportunity. So the Griffins looking like they're going to come back here. 2 goals in about 10 seconds. Kind of crazy to me. Maybe Tunneling can get something started here now. Chris with a K, he's making up for his mistake that he had made As Murticle takes his ball back into midfield, he's gonna go for it again, faking out Chris, but not getting it in the goal eventually. As Tomlin goes for it, gets the 50 into the back wall. But yeah, Cryptic just, oh, he didn't get that in. I thought that ball was in the net. Tomlin going back off the wall, putting that into the corner as Chris with a K. Putting that straight back into midfield as Murticle's going to try to go off the wall with this one. See what he can do. Oh, tries to get the 50 towards the net, but does not. This Tunmoy. Sorry about that. Oh, and the Monkeys almost scoring that, and they don't. Oh no, Murticle. What a save. As Tunmoy clears that ball back out into the midfield, or Chris with a K, passing that to Cryptic, but Cryptic does not get the redirect that he wanted. Murticle pushing that ball off the wall. Can he get anything going? No, he does not have any boost. Tunneling, pushing that into the corner and into the mid. Can he get the goal? No. Everything's going wrong. That was a beautiful save from Cryptic there, and what can you do for the Griffins? You can't do anything. That's just beautiful defense, and that's what we're used to seeing from Cryptic. We're used to seeing that insane defense out of him and Chris, to be honest. Chris has played phenomenally defensively this game and through the series, but the Griffins just can't get anything started. So, oh no. Oh, that seems to be the nail in the coffin for the Griffins there. I mean, the Monkeys just finishing them off and sending them on their way packing. 50 seconds left to go. I mean, you would need a goal every 12 seconds. It's not going to be easy, but they can definitely try it. As Murticle goes up for the ball, flip reset, gets the ball in the back of the net, and there's a goal. Oh my god, that was a goal in 6 seconds. If they can keep that up, they're back in this game. Like I said, if Murticle can get the freestyling going, then this game is winnable, but they just have to get him in the air and go for it, because if they don't, it's not going to be pretty. But they have to do it quick, and that's almost a goal coming out from Cryptic. Pushing that ball back into the midfield. Can the Griffins get anything started? Cryptic pushing that back over Chris. I'm not really sure what the thought process was there, but that's not what you want. Chris is going to get that goal line save. Give that straight to Cryptic. Up the wall, but Murticle cuts him off. Can he get the freestyle? No. He gets the demo at least. Can he get the ball back mid? No. Yes, he can. Murticle putting that ball in the back of the net. They need a goal every 6 seconds. Seems like the Monkeys are just kind of goofing off right now, not really trying, but maybe that hurts them in the end. Maybe the Griffins come back. Here we go. 12 seconds left to go. 6-4. The Monkeys are up 2 goals. Murticle winning the kickoff does not get that going for him, and that's looking like that's gonna run out time here. And yes, it does. One last go from the Griffins, and what a shot, what a pass, or what a pass from Murticle, the musky flick pass, and then just a beautiful shot. And that's just a beautiful series from the Monkeys. Great job from the Monkeys to put them away when they could, and I mean, honestly, to the Griffins, they played a great game. Two Star League players coming up into Elite League, and they played good. 11 shots for them, and I can't see the shots for the Monkeys, but that's just a beautiful gameplay from them, and we'll see if we can't get the Chris with a K man himself in here. For a post-game interview. We will see. Maybe. But oh, I can see it on here. Holy cow, 15 shots to 11 shots. The Monkeys had 15 shots. There we go. We at least have Cryptic for a post game. How you doing, Cryptic? Is the man, the myth, the legend coming too, or no?
I'm not sure he left.
Ah, Chris with a K being famous. He's too good for us. How you doing, Cryptic? How do you
Exactly.
feel after that? How do you feel after that series?
Man, I got a lot of goals. Just gotta pad the stats, you know.
Yeah, I saw 9 goals in that first game, kinda had me worried. So I'm not gonna ask much about that since it was kind of a blowout in the first game, but that second
Yeah.
game, after they took the second game, what was the thought process going into game 3?
It was spooky. Yeah, I wasn't sure. I wasn't expecting the second game out of the Griffins there. It definitely came out of nowhere for me. So going into the third game, I was kind of seeing if I could figure out what went wrong in that second game and fix it.
Yeah, definitely. It seemed like you guys let off the pedal, but in game 3 and 4, you guys stepped right back onto it. And wow. God, props to you guys for winning that. But is there anything you have to say to the Griffins, knowing that they're both Star League players?
Honestly, respect. They weren't like an easy game by any metric, even with the score lines that we got. So definitely two good players.
I I honestly thought I watched Jazer there for a second because who the heck goes for a musty flick mid game? But that's not the point.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm gonna have to give Chris with the K props for being a good carry as well. I didn't say that. Nobody heard that. And Cryptic, last question before we send everybody
What's up?
um, to bed for the night. Is there anybody you would like to call out?
Call out Alpha
Any-
Doggy because he was putting a little shade on my teammate in Twitch chat.
Ah, Alpha Dog, you've been caught. You can't be over here talking trash because Cryptic hears you, okay? He just scored 9 goals in game 1. I would not be playing around with that. But with that being said, this was the final series of FDL tonight. I've been Cyproc, and I appreciate everybody watching. We'll see you guys next weekend.